Wasserman Boxing live in Bolton tonight as a huge night of European action goes down. Abass Baraou headlines the card against Macauley McGowan. It's Germany versus Scotland in the European football action tonight, also in the boxing, as we take to the centre stage this evening. Super welterweight title is on the line. Abass Baraou headlining against Macauley McGowan. It's a huge card in between now and then, though. Talent like Dan Howard, Lerone Richards, Ryan Kelly, and another European title holder, Chloe Watson, also take to the card later on. We are moments away from Mikey Talon making his 5th fight in his professional career. I'm Chris Ridgway. Alongside me is Jason Quigley. And Jason, what a night in Bolton, what a week. It's European action in the football. Forget all that for a moment. It's European action here in the boxing. And Abass Baraou, well, he's looking to go onto the world stage, but he's got to get past Macauley McGowan first.
Yeah, you know, it's a phenomenal card we have here tonight, and I think it's time for Abass Baraou to really step up to another level here tonight, and he can do that with a very convincing performance win against Macauley McGowan here tonight, because we all know how tough McGowan is, and we all know what he brings to the table. And if Abass can go in here tonight and put on a great performance, and I'm going to say, if he can stop him and get him out of here, it's a massive statement.
It's a hell of a statement if he can get that stoppage win. Of course, Macauley McGowan, he has been stopped before, it's doable, but Abass is a man on a mission. We saw his last fight against Sam Eggington, a fight of the year contender, as Caleb Sauerland pulled me up on the panel show the other night. Okay, a little bit early to say it's in there, given that it's only June, but for me, it's on the list already. He can stand and trade, he can box and move. He's a man with it all, and tonight he's going to try and show that again. Yeah,
100%. You know, this could be another fight of the year contestant tonight, because we know what McGowan's going to bring, and I think it's very important for Abass tonight to really focus on this moment. He is ranked number 2 in the WBA. There is massive opportunities ahead of him, world title fights, big name fights. You know, this he cannot look over. McGowan is going to come here. We know what he brings to the table. He has upset the odds before. He has gone into the backyard of other fighters over in Paris, and you know, really give it to these fighters, and maybe these fighters are overlooking him a little bit, or we'll see tonight, maybe McGowan has that opportunity to really put himself on the map right now.
Well, he's going to take this opportunity, like you say. He's come before, he's almost come. If you speak to any of his stablemates, and listen, they're his stablemates, I suppose they're going to say it, but you know, they're willing to die on the hill of the fact that he should have had wins. Some of these losses maybe should have been wins, and tonight it's as close to his hometown as you're going to get. He wants to be that guy to really show that he can deliver that, and he's about this level. This is his level. It's a great European title fight. He's got to deliver him.
He is super confident in himself, which I love to see, and I believe that no man should get into that ring unless he has confidence in himself, and unless he thinks that he can go in there and win. McGowan definitely thinks that he can get in there and he can win. You know, on paper, it's looking like Abass should get a comfortable points decision win. Not going to be comfortable the whole way through, but being around the scene all week, the press conference, the weigh-in, seeing the way that McGowan is, seeing the sparkle in his eye, you know, I really think that he's going to really stick it on Abass tonight, but not in the sense that everybody's thinking. Everybody's thinking that McGowan's just going to come in there similar to Sam Eggington and just try and maul him out of there. I can't see that. I think McGowan's going to use a bit of boxing, going to come in with a little bit of a surprise, and we've seen Abass also so cool, so calm, collected. If he can bring that cool, calm, collected into the ring tonight as well, it's going to make for a very intriguing fight.
It's a hell of a card. I mean, Abass and Macauley rightly top it, but also on the card, I just want to draw attention for a moment to Lerone Richards, Sniper the Boss, against Steve Woodall in this WBO Intercontinental Super Middleweight clash. It was a fight that we wanted to see a couple of months ago. It fell through quite late on in the week after Steve picked up an injury. Tonight, Lerone wants to show that he's still at that level. Every single post that goes out on social media, all the comments are saying he's one of the most underrated fighters. He's the guy that's going to deliver at the world level. You speak to Lerone, and he is as calm as you like. He says, I've done it, I'm the number 1 in Britain, I'm the number 1 in Europe, I've won this IBO world title before, I'm ready to go to this level. Steve Woodall presents a big challenge. He's got to get past Steve if he's going to do that. And tonight is the opportunity to showcase that he's there, and he belongs at that level, as so many people are already saying he does.
and that's what it is with Larone's career. You know, he won the IBO World Title, he won the British, he's won them all, you know, and was really on that path of becoming one of the next big fighters coming out of Britain, and it just kind of stalled on him a little bit. A bit of inactivity, which isn't great for any fighter, but we see him coming back in here now. He's going to get a bit of activity. He's going to be up against a very tough lad in Steve Woodall tonight. We know that Steve fought Paddy McCrory before. Paddy was in the ring with Berlanga, and I know styles make fights, but it's going to be very interesting to see Steve give Paddy a bit of a hard fight in Belfast, and it's going to be interesting now to see and to just match up the performances against each fighter, to see where they panned out against Berlanga and be able to really look at that, because I know that that's the fight that Lerone is looking for as well.
Many big fights on the card tonight. We're going to be starting with Mikey Talon, flyweight contest here in the first fight tonight. Liverpool lad taking on a Lithuanian who will be making his way to the ring any moment. Paul Booth, our MC, steps in between the ropes. It's a good fight to kick this evening off. And any second now, Paul Booth will introduce Mikey Talon and Marius Vinicius to the ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening. Time now for bout number 1 of our evening. This a scheduled 6-round contest. First boxer to make his way to the red corner from Lithuania, Marius Wisniauskas. Professional fight record from Merseyside, Mikey Talon. Now brings you bout number 1 of our evening. This a scheduled 6-round contest. Timekeeper ringside is Amjad Ditter of Halifax, and on the sound of the bell, the third man in the ring is A-star referee John Latham of Bury. Boxing out of the red corner, scaling at the weigh-in at 115.5 pounds, wearing solid black this evening. 2 career victories, including 1 inside the scheduled distance. He boxes out of Lithuania, introducing Marius Wisniauskas. And across the ring, boxing out of the blue corner, wearing yellow trimmed with red. At yesterday's weigh-in, he scaled officially 113.8 pounds. A former national amateur champion, and as a professional, his fight record is perfect. 4 visits to the ring, 4 victories. He boxes out of Everton, Liverpool, introducing Mikey Talon. Referee John Latham with his final instructions.
A tighter break, the ball break clean. Defend yourselves at all times, and the best looks more. Touch gloves.
Well, what a ring walk, what an entrance for Mikey Talon that was. A young Liverpool fighter, now training under Joe Gallagher. Made his way to the ring full of confidence, and you can hear just behind us the fans already making a lot of noise for him. Jason, you love to see a young man full of confidence, and when he's walking into music like that, I've got to say, you don't see it every week, but it exudes confidence from the word go.
Definitely, you know, I think that I was trying to figure out that entrance there, and I seen the omen on his shorts, so it was definitely a haunting entrance and a haunting song. So I think he's going with the nickname and the song is all blended together. Let's see now if he can put the performance in as well.
Well, he's certainly pulling no punches in this first round as he opts to walk to the middle of the ring, the stand and trade, which his opponent Viškanauskas is more than happy to do in this opening round. And Jason, listen, a young man, this is his 5th fight. He'll be looking for his first knockout tonight, although Joe will be happy to get the rounds in for him. What a corner he's got.
Beautiful body shots here going in by Mikey, you know, that long backhand into the body. But it's not flinching his opponent here. His opponent is still standing in front of him and he's not going anywhere. So this is not what the fighter likes. The fighter likes to get a guy out of there and doesn't really like to, we don't get paid for overtime in this sport.
Right.
You know, so the fighter loves to get their opponent out of there, whereas the trainer, the managers, the promoters, we love to see the fighters going a few extra rounds, seeing what they're made of, getting that experience that they need. And Mikey's putting in a great performance here so far with some very crisp shots. You can hear it from ringside here.
Absolutely, they are some stinging shots. Mikey, of course, trains with tonight's headline act, Macauley McGowan. I was in the gym with Macauley and Joe Gallagher just the other week, and we spent a bit of time, Joe and myself, speaking about Mikey Talon, and he was saying just how venomous he is, and again he throws more body shots. Jason, this boy's got the sting in him already.
He's turning those shots, he's turning that backhand, he's actually going southpaw and orthodox at times here. You know, he's shown a lot of very great attributes here tonight, so he is, and this is only the first round here. So let's see, the thing about a young professional is seeing can he withstand these types of intensity, these types of shots throughout the rounds as they go into the later rounds.
Absolutely. Well, Viškanauskas in the opposite corner, the man from Lithuania tonight. This is his 25th fight, 26th even, as Mikey Talon comes into his 5th. He's only been stopped twice in those, so you would say he's durable, and he's sort of weathered a little storm there, and now it'll be on him to try and put a little pressure back on Talon to see what he's made of, Jason.
Viškanauskas is definitely... Mikey caught him a shot there. I think it might have been a little bit off balance, I'm not too sure, but Viškanauskas is still there, not really taking a backward step at all. You know, as we says on his record, very durable opponent, hasn't been put away many times, and he's showing that here now because he's getting hit some really heavy shots, body and head, but he's still there in front of Mikey, and this is going to be a real test for Mikey tonight in terms of mindset, how he looks at this.
Well, last time out, Mikey Talon, as he looks to end the round really strongly, throwing left and right, head and body, catching on both occasions, upstairs and downstairs. Really strong round for Mikey Talon, just what Joe Gallagher would have wanted to see. In his last fight, Jason, Mikey ticked a bit of a dream, ticked a bit of a dream goal off the hit list, really, by performing in Liverpool. He said he wanted to perform in his hometown. He did. Trots back to his corner now. The experience of performing in Liverpool, and then an experience like this first round where he's letting his hands go, he's showing that he's explosive, he's tactical, he's going downstairs and upstairs, but he's got great experience in the corner. Joe Gallagher, Marcus Morrison just behind him as well. They'll be keeping him level. But what a learning experience you're having so far.
Unbelievable, and his performance has been top class. He hasn't taken any real clean shots. You know, he's landed some heavy shots there as well, and I do think his opponent was pretty hurt near the end of that round, staggered a little bit back into his corner, so it'll be interesting to see if Mikey can keep this pace and this intensity up now going in through the next rounds.
You mentioned it's a balancing act. The fighter wants to see knockouts, the promoters, the managers, the trainers, they want to see, well, you know, get the rounds in, let's see what you're about here. I guess it's finding that balance, and with it being his 5th fight now, for Mikey it'd be a nice little milestone to score that first knockout tonight, and it looks like he potentially could get it if he keeps landing shots like that one.
He's definitely come out like a little bit more relaxed looking in this round. Maybe Joe has told him, you know, just to relax it down a little bit. He has that lead hand nice and low at the front, but he's countering beautifully, slipping the jab of Viškanauskas and throwing that backhand over the top, which is a beautiful counter. It's a one that Mayweather has used throughout his career. And I don't want to put any pressure on the kid by saying he's throwing Mayweather punches already, but
Vinicius comes forward this time, and he lets the challenge. He lets the young man know that he's not just here to make up the numbers. He is going to test him, and if he finds a gap, he's going to try and exploit it. Again, Vinicius just comes and says, "Let me test your defence now." And Mikey's just able to move nicely, and as you say, very rightly, Jason, he's able to counter, find the gaps as they open up, and then put the forward foot on. He'll move back. Then when the opening comes, then he moves forward.
Yeah, he's showing a lot of qualities here. 1 minute he's southpaw, next minute he's orthodox. He's throwing that lead hand to the body. He's bringing it up into an uppercut, you know. And the way that he's doing it, just looking at his demeanour, looking at the way he's going, his facial expressions, he's very cool, he's very calm, and he's collected in there, which is very, very important for a young professional in this game.
What you can tend to see quite often, Jason, when it's a young fighter coming in their first 5 or 6 fights, you know, quite often they'll stick behind the jab, at least the first couple of rounds, just to kind of settle into the occasion. And it's sometimes just a sign of mentality, is that they need that moment, because there's a lot of buzz, adrenaline going on from everything around you. You mentioned there the body shots, and particularly the uppercuts. You've got to think about those, because you've got to time them more and be wary of what's coming back. It shows that he doesn't need that mental calming, if you like, of first couple of early touches. He's just gone straight in there.
Yeah, he's gone straight in there with the, you know, as I would like to look at this as like a mature kind of a performance already, you know, staying nice and calm, nice and relaxed. You know, a lot of young professionals get in there and they catch their opponent with a good shot and they just rush in and try to get him out of there right away, throwing 7-8 punches. But I see a big difference in Mikey coming out in the second round than he was in the first round. So Joe must have really talked to him and told him to settle down a wee bit, you know, not be throwing too many wild shots. And he has settled down a lot here. I think the gum sheet's just come out, but
yeah,
I wasn't sure whose gum sheet that was, but it's Vinicius here. But you know, just looking at him in the corner, very calm, very collected. What you look at in young professionals is how they manage it mentally throughout the rounds as well.
How did you find the first 5 or 6 fights of your career when you were being put in those tests, just to see if, do you have the rounds, do you have the movement, do you have the brains that everyone's looking for when they're trying to grow a fighter?
Like early on in my career, I was knocking them all out inside 1 or 2 rounds, and you know, that was brilliant for me.
Yeah.
You know, that's exactly what I wanted to do, and I was buzzing with this. But when I look back now, when I started going into 8-10 rounders and I wasn't getting the guys out of there was sometimes a sense of panic, you know, like, geez, am I fitting us? I've never done 8 rounds before, and you know, can I get this guy out of there? What if I don't get him? All these questions, all these doubts come into your head. Whereas if I had not coasted my opponents along, but you know, this is what I was chatting about with Joe Gallagher on Wednesday at the press conference, like just the maturity of fighters. You know, we see in nowadays, everybody wants the quick path to the world title. Everybody wants this quick path to the main events. But boxing is a journey, and it's a journey of ups. It's a journey of downs. You have to enjoy it. You have to keep a very calm head through the highs and the lows.
Well, funnily enough, Marcus Morrison in the corner there was Chris Eubank Jr.'s first opponent under Roy Jones Jr. And Chris, we promoted that fight. We worked with Chris very closely, and after the fight I was speaking with Chris, and he was saying that he could have got Marcus out of there on a couple of occasions, but his experience wouldn't let him, because he wanted the experience of working with Roy Jones. And it's similar to what you're saying there. Don't just get the rounds in. Don't just blast him out in a round. You know, I'm sure Marcus would disagree with the fact that Chris could have taken him out there earlier, but the fact was it went the distance, and Chris learned a lot about working with Roy. But this is about Mikey Talon now as he comes forward again and lands a good flurry upstairs there. He's landing when he wants to, Jason.
Yeah, you know, like he's working behind that jab lovely. His footwork moving in and out, making Vinicius miss is very, very good. And sometimes he's moving out and just letting Vinicius miss. Then other times he's just taking that half a lean back and countering with a backhand, which I think is a very sexy shot.
Well, as we always say in boxing, you can only beat what's in front of you. This won't be the toughest test of young Mikey Talon's career, but it will be one that, as Jason somewhat wordly says, he's got to look sexy doing it. And so far, in a boxing perspective, he is just doing that. He is looking extremely confident in there and managing this round and this whole fight very, very well.
Like in the first round, Mikey probably didn't get hit any clean shots. In the last round and this round, he's getting hit 1 or 2 more cleaner shots by Vinicius. But it's not worrying. Do you know what I mean? You can see what he's trying to do here. You can see what they're working on. He's very controlled. Veniscus isn't hurting him. Any of the shots that Mikey's landing here are very spiteful, are very hurtful, and you know it's a brilliant performance from him so far.
Penny for the thoughts of Joe Gallagher as this fight goes on. Joe Gallagher, of course, a great advocate of young fighters. He'll take fighters on through those ups and downs that Jason spoke about, famously working with the likes of Scott Quigg, Anthony Kroll of the Smith brothers, leading them all the way to world titles. And he'll be looking to do exactly the same with Mikey Talon, among many other young fighters in Gallagher's gym over in Moss Side in Manchester. And Mikey showing just exactly what he's learning.
Beautiful backhand there. And this is coming from the southpaw stance now. You know, he's landing that backhand from the southpaw stance, from the orthodox stance. He's definitely showing some great qualities here, and you know, he's definitely one to look out for moving into the future. And there's a reason why Tasha Jonas is managing him too at the same time. You know, she's got a great eye for boxing, and we can see why now.
Yeah, we'll speak about the Tasha Jonas management situation at the end of this round, should it make it that far, because he's got a great team of people around him, young Mikey Talon. And today, up against the Lithuanian Marius Viskanes, he's landing a cracking upper shot.
Beautiful shot. But look at Veniscus, he's still right in front of him. This is the kind of test that you want your young fighter coming through. You know, these are the types of opponents that make fighters, and you've got to credit to Veniscus for the life and the path that he has chosen. Is not an easy one, but these are the fighters that make young champions.
Absolutely. And let's just take a moment, Jason, just to speak about that shot as it landed there. They're the types of shots that can end a fight if they land, and especially if he gets a couple of those away.
Yeah, definitely. You know, like it's a punch perfect shot.
Yeah.
And usually whenever they land, the guy ends up on his ass. But you know, we know how tough Veniscus is. No stoppages yet on Mikey's career, so it's going to take a wee bit of time maybe to develop that knockout power, that real spiteful, hurtful power, because he still is young, he still is developing, and I'm sure Joe's going to work on that with him also.
Yeah, 19 years of age, Mikey Talon. Let me ask you, Jason, let me just flip the script on that for a moment. Having no knockouts on your record, you said you almost had too many as a young fighter coming up. Do you think at any point it starts to play on your mind, okay, I've got to get one now?
I think it always will play in a boxer, but I think our ego starts to get in the way a little bit there, and you know, we all want that show reel knockout, and we all want to be able to just stop a fight within one punch, and it's just, that's what boxing's all about. You know, that's what oh, there's that uppercut again with Mikey. You know, if he can develop some real power, he's going to be one to really, really watch out for. These shots are very crisp, very spiteful, very hurtful, and very, very skillful as well to be landing these.
I tell you what I'm enjoying, Jason, is not just the crisp uppercuts and the overhands that are landing, as crisp and as nice as they are, is the way he's leading such an experienced opponent into them, because he's sort of throwing out, not feint exactly, but he's throwing out sort of a slower looking jab, or a right hand that you saw there. And then as soon as Veniscus comes forward to capitalise on it, that's when he lands, that's when he bites.
Yeah, his footwork's brilliant. You know, his distance and his timing is very, very good. You know, he's moving in and out of distance very, very well. When Veniscus is throwing, he's just stepping back, making him miss sometimes, and then he's punishing him also for missing. You know, so he's definitely got a lot of good things going for him here, and it's a solid performance so far.
Good, solid 1-2s there as Veniscus comes forward. And you just hear the sound of that body shot that lands on Veniscus as Mikey Talon continues to move forward. He's swinging the big shots now, Mikey.
This is the first time I've seen Veniscus really moving on the back foot here. You know, he hasn't really been up against the ropes yet, but he's been very close to them there. But here he is back on the front foot again, and it shows why he is such a durable journeyman here. Those body shots got to be hurting him. Like, they're clean, they're crisp. You can even see the reddening in around his ribs there now. So, you know, these are great body shots by Mikey.
Yeah, and you know how you know what they can do to a fighter when you start to feel those, and they get around the bottom of the ribs and just again they're straight to the liver area of Marius Veniscus.
I would love to see Mikey, whenever he does land that body shot now, roll after it and come up with a hook over the top. You know, he's landing that body shot very clean. taking Vinisca's hands down, obviously, to protect his body, and then just coming back then with a hook over the top, I think would be a really nice combination.
Yeah, right on cue as he throws a hook and then goes downstairs. Another uppercut lands, and straight away, Mikey, it's almost like he's listening to you there again. Body head, double left hook there from Mikey Talon. I think he can hear you, Jay. He's, I mean, Viniscus is trying to come forward, a double jab there, but he's just read it really easily. Talon,
yeah, he seems to have a real good boxing IQ, you know. And I know, you know, you can only beat what's in front of you, but he is showing brilliant qualities here. Very cool, very calm, very collected, like I said. You know, thinking about his shots, teeing up his shots. Another great round for him.
Yeah, I don't think there's any danger as long as he keeps this level of composure up for Mikey Talon, that he will be moving to 5-0 tonight. You mentioned Natasha Jonas there, another person in his, not literally in his corner tonight, but in his stable, in his gym. These are the types of fighters that he's training with. Okay, so he's seen the physical side of him. He'll see them in Joe Gallagher's gym. I mean, Lawrence Macauley, another fighter that's joined in that gym recently. But to also have them as a manager, to know that this is how you carry yourself in contract negotiations. This is how you speak to the cameras and the media. This is how you know, we saw it before. This is a show business, and he comes out to this nightmarish theme tune. He's the Omen on his shorts. His personality is matching what we're seeing in the ring, which is venomous. That's what someone like Natasha Jonas can bring to you.
Yeah, 100%. And like with Mikey being around all these champions, you know, it's great watching these fighters on TV. It's great doing all that, but you know, to be around the environment, to be doing what they're doing, and realizing that I'm doing the exact same as a world champion. I'm doing the exact same as these people that are making loads of money in the sport, that are multiple world champions, that are on Sky Television, on Channel 5 Television, on DAZN, all these big platforms. You know, this is something that when you're around it, you see it, you believe it. Fantastic shots here by him. You know, they're really making everyone, you know, I
winced myself then when that one came through. I felt those myself.
Eye-catching shots.
Eye-watering shots if you are in the Lithuanians' red corner tonight. But again, I think Mikey knows now. Jason, does he have a decision to make here? Does he try and play it easy to the end of the round and just continue to look good, knowing that he's got this in the bag? Or would you be wanting him to kind of put his foot on the gas now? I don't think there's too much risk here to be taken. So go for the knockout. See if it's there.
Yeah, well, without a doubt, you know, you see him here now. The tide has kind of changed. The first couple of rounds, Viniscus was on the front foot. We see Mikey on the front foot here now. So the screw is starting to turn a little bit. He's starting to put up the pressure a little bit. Gets caught a right hand there, which is no harm, and he's coming back very well from it. So, you know, we're getting a mix of everything here. We're really getting a mix of everything. And Mikey's passing them all with flying colours, putting lovely shots together. This is a great test, and this is a great performance so far.
Well, the two more than happy to trade here as Mikey looked to have his man backed up in that blue corner there. Viniscus had to come out swinging to get out of danger. Talon pushed that pressure back on him, and Viniscus quite wisely, quite foxy if you like, moved it towards the ropes, found a way out, had to get out of danger. Mikey then straight away back on the move, making his man come to him.
This is good now for Mikey. You know, this is showing awareness of what he's doing. He's put on the pressure. He put a flurry of punches together, gave it to Viniscus, didn't get him out of there, so now he's on his bike. He's out of trouble. He's not staying in there. He's not getting caught into a brawl, caught into a fight. You know, he's managing the fight, which is great to see. It's a great experience from a lad that is only in his 5th professional fight.
Absolutely. And I know it's easy for promoters, commentators, managers, etc. to overhype young fighters, but every single world champion that you can name throughout history was 5 fights in at some point. They were the young lad, 19 years old at some point. And I'm not saying, as you mentioned Floyd Mayweather before, none of us are saying, oh, well, he's the next one. But at the end of the day, he's doing everything that he's supposed to be doing if he wants to get to the world championship level. And he looks very good at this level, like he should do at the moment. But he's ticking those boxes.
Yeah, he's beaten what is put in front of him, which is all he can do, but he is doing it in good fashion and in good style, and he's showing the qualities that it takes to be a great fighter. nobody's going to heap pressure on this kid because it is a journey. Do you know what I mean? It's a journey of ups and downs, as I says earlier, and he's going to come into fights where he's going to get hurt, he might get dropped, you know, and it's about overcoming these and taking it to the next level. So this is a journey that Mikey's on. He's looking very good so far, and I'm definitely going to be keeping a very close eye on him now in the future.
Well, it's his first 6-round fight tonight. They've all been 4s before this. He's wanted 6-rounders. He thought he had 6-rounders before, and then they've not come off for one reason or another. But here he is tonight, stepping up that level, which in itself is another big step up. You've got to manage the rounds. There's more to it than just, oh, it's only a couple of rounds of 3 minutes. Those 3 minutes are a long time when you're a young man in the ring. And as he goes into the 6th round here, show of respect between the two fighters. Mikey knows that nothing silly happens here, and he's done a good professional job here. Maybe we see him try and shoot for that knockout.
Yeah, he's managed the fight very well. I was delighted to see that it was a 6-rounder, not a 4-rounder, because Veniscus is tough. He's going to be in your face, and you know, this is going to be a great experience fight now for Mikey to come away with, knowing that he can go 6 rounds at a high tempo, at a high pace, and that'll definitely stand by him.
Absolutely. Here in Bolton tonight, European Boxing Live on Channel 5. Abass Baraou takes on stablemate of Mikey Talon here, Macauley McGowan, in European title action. Joe Gallagher's first fighter on the card tonight is the young man in the yellow shorts, nicknamed the Omen because he'll be giving people like Veniscus nightmares for many years to come if he carries on performing at this level. And again, final round, he's happy to move around, show that he's got that cardio, he's still bouncing on the toes. There's no adrenaline dump, there's no tiredness coming through.
There's that backhand again, beautiful. Just slipping half a step back and popping the backhand over the top, which is fantastic.
Absolutely, Jason Quigley.
Oh, that was a power shot there that he's just landed, that right hook, bringing up the head. There's that hook after the body shot that it was what I was asking for earlier on, and caught him beautifully there with that hook. Beautiful shot.
Absolutely, it's one of those sayings that you hear in boxing, downstairs, upstairs, but that's how you execute it. Just his former world title challenger Jason Quigley sitting next to me, just as he called for, to go for that body, and then when the hands go down, go upstairs, and he did. And then he lands again around the jaw with a 1-2. Mikey Talon looking very, very impressive here. Still looking calm, not letting the sense of occasion get to him.
This is beautiful seeing feints from him here. Like, I haven't really seen too many feints from him in the earlier rounds, but to have the awareness and to have the calm mind now to start throwing in some feints in the last round, as it says, like, he's definitely ticking a lot of boxes here tonight.
Absolutely. What a performance it has been for Mikey Talon, who will go back to his dressing room a happy man tonight. Joe Gallagher, of course, will be back out on this ring tonight. It's Macauley McGowan, his steed in this fight tonight for European titles, is to follow on Channel 5 this evening. First up, Mikey Talon.
Wee bit of swagger being shown here now by Mikey as well, which is a good confidence sign also. So it is, flicking the hands out there, bit of Canelo, bit of Mayweather, bit of everything. So it's good to see him enjoying it as well.
Absolutely, the old cliche of a happy fighter. I don't need to finish that sentence.
You know where I'm going.
Thank you very much, Jason Quigley. Yeah, and of course he is waving that flag as the clapper goes in the last round here. It's a good, solid performance from Mikey Talon, who will move to 5-0 here undoubtedly this evening in Bolton. As the two embrace at the end of a good 6-round fight. And Mikey Talon, the young Liverpudlian, goes 5-0 up. Embraced by Joe Gallagher, who will take him to the corner. Marcus Morrison there waiting for him, all smiles in that corner. They know it's job done, and not just job done well.
Yeah, definitely. You know, we know his opponent, we know what he's up against. He's up against a journeyman here, and he's nobody's ever guaranteed to win, but you know, he's a highly taught favourite in this fight, okay? And he was expected to win. But it's the fashion that he did it, and he ticked a lot of boxes, looked very good, you know, showed a lot of qualities, and he's getting the result now that he deserves and a great performance.
Absolutely. Paul Booth here to announce our winner, who will most certainly be the man in the yellow shorts.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. So, after 6 rounds of boxing, we ask our scoring referee, John Latham, to decide this bout. He sees it at 60 points to 54 points in favour of the winner. Still undefeated from Everton, Liverpool, it's Mikey, the Omen Talon.
Job well done for Mikey Talon from start to finish. Looked very professional, looked like a fighter way beyond the 19 years and the 4-0 record that now moves to 5-0 suggested. And just before we hand over to Dave and Barry, Jason, what a way to sign off. One fight in, one very impressive performance in.
Very impressive performance, showed a lot of great qualities there tonight. And as I said, this is a kid that we're definitely going to be keeping a good eye on in the future.
There we are,
and
everybody.
I'm excited to see what he's going to do in this boxing world.
4 fights, 4 victories.
Well, Abass Baraou headlines tonight on Channel 5. European title action is underway tonight. Abass Baraou takes on Macauley McGowan in Germany versus Scotland, just as it is in the football. Before that, we have Lerone Richards and Chloe Watson, alongside Ryan Kelly and Ben Marksby. Also, talent to keep an eye on tonight is Dan Toward, the young superstar in the waiting from Newcastle. He's back, the same venue he made his debut. Stunning performance that night. But Jason, we're all but out of time here because the international fee will begin any moment now. Ellis Price and Christian Flores will kick us off. But just before we go, I've got to ask you, Jason, are we going to see you back out in the ring at any point?
Who knows? It's one that I've been sitting on now for a while, and you know, there's been 1 or 2 mentions of big fights coming up in the future. We'll see what happens. I'm in the gym, I'm staying ready, so if the opportunity comes along, I'm going to get back in there and lace them up. But if not, you'll see me here chatting about the sport instead.
I'll take either, but he's as coy as a southpaw on the ropes. Jason, thank you very much for joining us tonight. We are going to head over as a huge night of European boxing is underway here in Bolton.
So, ladies and gentlemen, just 2 minutes now until the next action in this ring. We have a debutant in the ring next, everybody, a former national champion. He's an exciting talent from Leeds, the wild child, Ellis Price. And what a great debut as well for Ellis, because the world feed is just starting now, everybody. This evening, if you have just joined us, the world feed is going to over 200 countries via the DAZN platform, all leading up to our main events tonight, kicking off just after 10 o'clock this evening as we go live, free and exclusive on Channel 5. So, 2 minutes away. If you have just joined us, a very good evening and welcome to Bolton here in the northwest of England for tonight's fabulous bill of boxing, brought to you by Nissa Sauerland for Wasserman Boxing. Good evening to boxing fans joining us here ringside in Bolton, and also extending a welcome to viewers joining us right around the world via the DAZN platform. Ladies and gentlemen, time now for our next contest, the scheduled 6 rounds of boxing. Firstly, to make his way to the red corner, from Slovakia, Christian Lopez Flores. professional boxing, making his way to the blue corner, it's the wild child, Ellis Price. For Wasserman Boxing now bring you a scheduled 6-round contest. The timekeeper ringside is Amjad Ditter of Halifax. Upon the sound of the bell, the scoring referee in charge of this bout is A-star referee Steve Gray of Fleetwood. Boxing out of the red corner, on the scales at 140.7 pounds. 14 career victories, including 12 wins inside the distance. He's wearing red, black and gold this evening. Boxing out of Bratislava, Slovakia, via way of his native Mexico. Introducing Christian Lopez Flores. And across the ring, standing in the blue corner, for the first time this evening as a professional boxer, he's wearing black trimmed with yellow. On the scales at the weigh-in, he was officially 136.3 pounds. In the amateurs, a former national champion. Tonight, he makes his debut. Boxing out of Leeds, Yorkshire, introducing the wild child, Ellis Price. Referee Steve Gray with his final instructions.
Okay, boys, for call break, take a step back. Don't deliberately throw punches around the back of the head. Protect yourselves at all times. Touch gloves. Good luck, fellas.
Second time, round one.
So an exciting moment here for Ellis Price, a pro debut. The younger brother of Hopi, who's going so well in his pro career, 12-0 and mandatory for the British featherweight title. But here's the brother. Very, very different fighter. If you're a Hopi Price fan, sit back, laid back southpaw. Ellis's front foot comes forward, hunts down his opponents. I think he might be worth watching throughout a pro career. Up tonight against Christian Lopez Flores from Culiacan in Mexico, now living in Bratislava in Slovakia, and already taking a couple of useful shots to the body there, Barry Jones.
Yeah, he looks really good, doesn't he? Price looks exciting, looks like he's coming out to mean business. What's most impressive is the way he closes that distance with his feet. He glides forward. You watch him now. He takes a little step, then he slides forward with that front foot, giving Flores no space to evade. No Flores, of course, no experienced campaigner, knows how to manage a round, how to survive a round, but Price here just giving him no space at all, suffocating that movement and landing some good quality shots.
Yeah, Lopez Flores is very much slotted into that journeyman category, but he's a durable one, stopped only 5 times. Last time he was stopped was against Danny Quartermain last May in Birmingham. Takes a lot to get him out of there. And already Lopez Flores' 6th fight of 2024, the busy life of the boxing journeyman.
But it's a really calm approach here, isn't it, from Price? Even though he's closing that gap continuously, he's not rushing any of his work here. He's looking for the shots, looking for the target before he lets his hands go. And a really impressive start here for the youngster.
Yeah, just over 2 minutes into his pro career, he can be pretty happy with the way it's gone so far. Ellis Price, bronze at the European Juniors in 2018, never really settled as a senior amateur. And there's a warning from Steve Gray, just trying to nip some of the old man tricks in the bud there from Lopez Flores.
Well, they try and find a rest here and there. Now only Flores again, because the pressure's been quite difficult here for him. So a lovely little dip down to the body there from Price before he threw that right hand over the top. And again, it's really impressive how he's trying to be aggressive but still picking his shots very well. Make sure he's hitting the target very clean here, Price.
Seems to have an awful lot of time in there, just picking his shots well.
It's good head movement there as well from Price.
Really good opening round from Ellis Price.
Round 2.
Joe Parry there with the words of wisdom in the Lopez Flores corner. Boxed in Riyadh in March. Christian Lopez Flores, if you think you might just remember him, boxed the very flashy Saudi Arabian Ziad Al Mayouf on the undercard of Anthony Joshua's brief outing against Francis Ngannou. We saw Al Mayouf in Wroclaw on the undercard of Usyk Dubois, such a likeable fighter. Not too much for Lopez Flores at the moment. The same is true of Ellis Price. Punishing right hook to the body, wasn't it?
Yeah, and a good adjustment with the feet there as well, just to make sure that when Flores threw back, he was hitting fresh air. And that's very important for a fight. Even though you've been aggressive, you've got to remember to move those feet after you let the hands go.
Turn pro with Dave Caldwell, who also trains Hopi and has Dan Toward later on tonight. He'll round off this show, the very, very impressive fighter from the Northeast.
Good work again. And again, very impressed with the feet here from Price.
He's not allowing Lopez Flores any respite at all.
Even there, it's subtle stuff. He took a little bounce there before he closed the gap with that foot there, Price. You see that little feint, and something like Usyk does it differently, but he does it well. He takes that little bounce. When he takes that bounce, he'll nick the space with the front foot. So when he comes back up, he's like 6 inches closer to the target, and that puts you under pressure.
Closes the distance well, and right to the body behind that jab.
What he needs to do now, Price, he's boxing really well and he's controlling the pace and the rhythm of the fight. Just change that pace. Every now and again, a burst of a combination just to change the pattern, and that'll confuse Flores.
Last out 8 nights ago, Lopez Flores lost to the 3-0 Luke Bibby in Glasgow. Uppercut there, and he sensed the knees dipping there. Price through a combination that hit the target.
And again, as accurate as he is with his hands, it's the feet not allowing Flores to hold on or hit a target when he throws back. And that's the most impressive here from Price. Just like to see him move maybe that semicircle around the body a little bit more. He's not going back in straight lines, but apart from that, I think it's a really good performance here, really controlled display from a young man. accuracy here, Price. You know, the punches are excellent, really accurate, but the little movement before he lets his hands go is what's really impressive. That just doesn't allow Flores a chance to time the work, to see where it's coming from. It's giving him too much to think about before he can realise that Price is letting his hands go. Really thoughtful work here from Price.
Seconds, Wallace. Seconds out. Round 3.
Good to hear the sounds of the greatest band of all time echoing around in between rounds there. This charming man, they must have known Barry was here. Good, accurate shot to the body from Ellis Price to start off round 3. Matched over 6 on debut, always the sign of someone they're trying to move forward quickly.
Just a few feints there, Price, and I think that's the better option for him. They'll give him a chance to just attack at a different tempo. See, just that acceleration and pace there in the work, he lands quicker, but more than that, it puts a bit of a different panic on Flores. Just ties him out just ever so slowly, just a little bit more worry to his work.
Tired looking jab to the body there from Flores, who hasn't found any kind of rhythm, and even as a journeyman coming here to survive and give the prospect a night's work, but he's being put under a lot of pressure and hasn't been able to settle at all.
Flores knows his part, of course, and he'll play it well, but he does fire back. We've seen it in the past, and he can be quite awkward and make you work for that win at times. But Price has been just on point here so far. Even there, that little roll.
Of course, Price growing in confidence here. Only round 3 of his pro career.
Again, clever work there. He's holding on the blind side of the referee. Things you're not supposed to allow to do. You'll get away with it if you can.
Lost here against Zach Miller in November 2021. Lopez Flores, his second fight here in Bolton. Cooney and Miller. Lost to Nathaniel Collins last November. Potential next opponent for Ellis Price's brother Hopi. More money in the bank here for Price. Another impressive round closed out.
Seconds out. Round 4.
Interesting there, just a sense that Christian Lopez Flores is tiring. They were making sure he had every single second on his stool there. Remember, he did fight 8 nights ago. Did have power back in the day as well that he used pretty well. 12 of his 14 wins by way of knockout. But Barry quite rightly said he knows his role here, and that isn't it. Of course, if he can land a shot, he will. He's struggling to get anywhere near Abass Price at the moment.
And that was the prime example there, the fight. There's two little skips back there from Price, small little skips back. They were just enough to create the space there to make Flores miss, and for Price to land on the shoulder left hook. It's a real mature display, I think, from Price. I think he's been fantastic.
He landed a right hand there as well. He's come out to dominate right from the start. The body language, the foot movement, the ring generalship. It's all been noticeably good. Big right hand there, just missed, and he follows up, and straight right hand. Just buckle the legs of Flores there.
And again, though, even there, he didn't get too drunk on his success. He landed some good shots. He knows he's a real durable opponent, so he just takes a little step back and re-engages.
I wonder if Price is just starting to sense here that he might be wearing Flores down.
Part of Flores' game is to hold on and turn you and twist you, and while he's doing that, that's him getting his rest. Here, he's not allowed that rest, and Price is allowed to work away, and it's all created by the feet. Creating the distance, smothering him with that front foot, making him panic, and then when he does throw Flores, little skips back here from Price, allowing him just a bit of breathing space and more panic on Flores.
Fundamentals very, very sound of Abass Price.
It's better when he skips that head forward, isn't he? Price, when he just dips to the left and the right with that head. Makes Flores miss, gives him an angle as well, an option to throw from a different angle.
Right hand there from Flores, a rare bit of success for him, just to keep Abass Price honest.
First time I've seen Price switch off, actually, and he had to take a good shot there. It's a good lesson for him.
And tonight is a night that's all about lessons.
Again, Price here just showing that good smooth movements to his work there, double jab right hand, and even though he's missing with the first jab, he's moving the feet behind that left hand, just to create the distance, get a bit closer. When he throws that right hand, he gets foot purchase on the shot. I think for a debut, it's been absolutely fantastic. I think the maturity, the control in his work, he's kept his shape, he's been really impressive.
Very good. But then, go back to the hand.
10 seconds, scholars.
I like when you're throwing a one shot.
Seconds out.
It's great work. Stay fixed on that.
Round 5.
And good, calm, measured words there from Dave Caldwell.
From the outside.
And the fact that he's boxed at his own pace, he should have plenty left in the tank here. No, I think you get that bit of a nervous energy, but I think he hasn't shown that at all. So I think he's controlled everything so far in this contest. So you think there will be more gears for him to go through. But does he need it though, Dave? I don't think he does.
Flores again into that corner and landing to head and body. Such a measured display. Hasn't felt at all like a debut in many ways.
No, he a seasoned boxer, pro already, isn't he? And again, we talk about it all the time, and Davey's keeping his shape, not getting too excited, and he's just been so calm and composed throughout. Good shot. There's going to be bigger tests for him. We're not getting carried away, but oh, good shot again.
I think left to the body, wasn't it? Twice there from Ellis Price. And again. I think Lopez Flores really felt that, and then the right cross from Price, and Flores under pressure and holding on.
He's all of experience then. Flores to dip his legs and use the ropes there as some leverage to get close to hold on.
Even something clinical about this.
But even here, no, Dave, he's not rushing his work here. You know, most in your debut, you would jump all over and get too excited. He's taking his time, looking for the clean shots.
The left hook there, and then the right hand from Price. These are hurtful shots from Price.
I think Price now can dip his now, good work, can dip his legs here and bowl that right hand over the top. Jab to the body or feint to the body, dip the legs. Take the head over to the left and throw that right hand right over the top.
Just the body again, that slashing shot to the body, and Steve Gray with a little warning about keeping them up.
Hard round this has been, hasn't it, for Flores?
Another right hand, yeah, even the shorts and the protector are a bit askew, aren't they? Been through it there.
No more of that, yeah? Last round.
As he's shown throughout here, Price, just the composure in his work, the accuracy, looking at the target all the time, not wasting anything, economically fantastic. And now holding his feet a little bit closer to the target and getting more purchase in some of these shots. Certainly that right hand that he landed frequently in that round, and that was probably his best round to date. If he debut in a 6-rounder, they say round 5 is your best round, it means you're building all the time. This is one of the best debuts I've seen for a very long time.
10 seconds, goalers. Seconds out for the 6th and final round.
I was thinking back to Tom Whelan's debut in Brighton, and impressed us so much, you remember, a different sort of debut. Wasn't anywhere near as measured as this, of course, but that impressed us in one way. This, though, in a very different way. This feels like championship quality. Don't want to get too carried away, but the way he's adapted to the pro game has been extraordinary, really.
Yeah, and the one thing they both have in common, confidence. In a different way, of course, but the confidence. Oh, look at this.
I just remember you being massively impressed by him as well, as you say, in a different way, with confidence and belief.
Yeah, and that just gives you a calmness about yourself. You can go about your work.
Yeah, that was low again.
It's the third time he's had to call it now here, Steve Gray.
Yeah, point next time.
Take your time.
My song.
Yeah, any more we take points. Is this all right? You all right? You okay? Keep them up, keep them there, and we can see you live. All right, you all right? You happy to carry on?
One of the best around, Steve Gray.
You see that quick replay there, but it was really low there, that left hook. Shot there from Price. And you see him edging forward with that left hook. That's a lovely
uppercut there, and then the left hook. He's going through the repertoire a touch here, Price. But again, the shot selection continues to be excellent.
But also, what he's done in the last two rounds, he's got that front foot closer, so he can, when he's punching right through the target. He's not looking to skip back out the distance like he was in the previous rounds. He feels that he's worn Flores down tight enough now here to be able to hold his feet a little bit more.
Double jab, and then back came the right hand from Flores. Little smile on his face. very, very rare success.
Just remember to dip his legs here, Price. Dip and roll. If he's going to stay close to the target, every time you throw, just dip and roll.
Fascinating to see what they do with Ellis Price. We'll certainly be seeing him again, I'm sure. So many good young prospects on these undercards.
Price is going to have to be tested. I'm not on about a massive test, but I mean, he's going to be fast-tracked, I feel, because he needs tests. Otherwise, he'll get complacent and bored. He's a real skillful guy. He's got a good boxing brain. We've seen that. Real control in his work for a young man. So he needs to be developing for every fight. He doesn't need those confident-building fights because you can see how confident he already is.
Come on, let go, box on, come on, box.
Closing seconds now of what has been an outstanding debut from Ellis Price. Not going to get a stoppage, but this is a fella who's very, very hard to stop, but he's got to work out. And he's got his name in lights after that. Outstanding from Ellis Price. Just about picture perfect on debut. And a name most certainly to watch. As Barry Jones said, one of the best debuts he's seen, certainly for a long time. All smiles then from Dave Caldwell and from Ellis Price. Let's get to Paul Booth, who can make things official. Just wait till we call the fighters to the centre of the ring. Dave Caldwell with a little bit of coaching on the fly, but now Steve Gray calls them in and we can get to Paul.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. So, after 6 rounds of boxing, our scoring referee, Steve Gray, decides the bout, and he has it at 60 points to 54 points. It is a debut victory for the wild child, Ellis Price.
His fans delighted. The price is right in Bolton. Keep an eye on Ellis.
Ladies and gentlemen, our world champion public ringside, Barry Jones, they're saying that is as good a debut as he has ever commentated on. It is a debut victory, everybody, for Leeds wild child himself, Ellis Price. Ladies and gentlemen, time now for a 8-round contest brought to you by Nissa Sauerland for Wasserman Boxing. Firstly, to make his way to the red corner from Argentina, Miguel Cesario Antin. To make his way to the blue corner, he brings with him a perfect professional fight record from Darlington, Ben Marksby.
I was born broke, I guarantee that bad rich. It's that nigga with the crazy flow. Watch my niggas in the paint, they on the radio. Niggas in the air, that lines got metal. No time to write bars, the lines cut wet. I'm on the drop, that's my code line. Me and my nigga, man, streets, he put it overtime. Know his butter cheese, I don't know the soul of me. Off the camera, I was giving out hoes for free. They wanna see me.
Nissa Sauerland for Wasserman Boxing now bring you a scheduled 8-round contest. Timekeeper ringside is Phil Morris, MBE of Heswall. Upon the sound of the bell, the scoring referee in charge is A-star referee John Latham of Bury. Boxing out of the red corner on the scales at 141.6 pounds. 20 career victories, including 8 big wins going inside the distance. He's wearing the white shorts this evening and stands proudly as a former WBC Latino Super Featherweight champion. Boxing out of Comodoro, Argentina, it's El Gato Miguel Cesario Ante. And across the ring, boxing out of the blue corner, stands his opponent. As an amateur, he was a 6-time national champion. As a professional, his fight record is perfect. 9 visits to the ring with 9 victories. At yesterday's weigh-in, he scaled officially at 141.9 pounds. He's wearing black trim with silver and boxes out of Darlington, introducing the undefeated Ben Marksby. Referee John Latham with his final instructions.
Well, as you'd expect when you go through obeying the instructions all times. When I take a break, you both break clean, defend yourselves at all times, and the best luck to you both. Touch gloves.
Well, the first fight over 8 rounds for Darlington's Ben Marksby, and no question his toughest opponent today, Miguel Antin El Gato, the Cat, who we saw as a late replacement against Harlem Eubank in March of last year, who acquitted himself pretty well. Lost 3 times since then, in Torino, in Rotherham against Tin and Bradley, then in Hungary, but keeps letting his hands go, can be dangerous. It's certainly the toughest test that Marksby has had in his pro career so far anyway.
No, yeah, it is. It's a really ambitious match, I feel, because Marksby he's looked really good so far, but because he has fast hands and fast feet, he has tended a few fights in the past just to rush his work, to want to show that speed a little bit too much. And with that, you just reduce the power and the weight in the shot. And I think if Antin feels that, he will try and walk right through Marksby and make it a really hard night for him. So what Marksby's doing here now, just holding his feet a little bit, just getting a little more purchase on the shots. I think that's the better tack, just to be a little more economical and get a little bit more weight on each punch.
Lost here in Bolton against Kane Gardner in September of 2022, Antin. Again, though, that's no shame in that result. It's fascinating to see how Marksby responds to this test. Wants to be in English title contention this year, certainly early next. These are very, very important steps.
Especially doing 8 rounds with a guy who's going to, certainly after 3 or 4 rounds, is going to make you work for it. So it gives you that fight management experience. How you react when you get a little bit tired, when things not working for you, how to make the adjustments in a longer fight. And you don't see the finishing line for quite a while.
Says he was 6 years of age when he first went to the gym, Ben. His dad Andy owned Darlington ABC. It's all that he's ever known, this game.
He's boxing well here so far. The jab's really good here for Marksby. Taking his time a little bit more. He knows he has naturally fast hands. He doesn't have to force that speed out.
Just a little warning there from John Latham, punching around the back of the head for Antine.
Yeah, but Antine had the point there. I think Antine was sort of, he gestures as if like Marksby was sort of half turning away when he bent over. I think he's got a bit of a point there. That's good work.
Antine rushed in a little there, didn't he? It was good accuracy from Marksby. Good jab as well, and spins away Marksby.
I thought it was a nice good first round there for Marksby. Took his time, the jab was working fantastic. See it there, look at that double jab there. You know, just allowing Antine, not allowing Antine any sort of a momentum to mount an attack. And he controlled it for the most part there from the centre of the ring with a good solid jab and nice good fundamentals there, Marksby.
Still early on the journey. Ben Marksby, this fight number 10, 9-0 coming into this. They certainly have plans for him. Given a test here by Jordan Ellison, deducted 2 points for low blows in that fight. It was 57-55 on Steve Gray's card in the end. He won it fairly comfortably, but it was one of those nights that was a learning fight for him.
And you can look at it and think, oh, you know, we could have done a lot better. But I think those fights are important, where you have to, you know, just little things don't go your way at times. You have to adjust, and also mentally, the temperament you have to show to not make mistakes, not follow.
A flurry of punches there, some of which connected. There's that snaking jab again from Marksby, such an important punch for him.
And just a little wear here at Marks, because he boxed really well in that first round, but he had a bit of success at the end of the round, and then he reverted back to his natural state, was to move around the ring and give away too much ground. And I just want to make sure he doesn't do that too often here. That will allow Antine just a momentum to come forward, and that's what he wants to be, a strong, aggressive sort of type fighter that will cause Marksby more problems. The Marksby we saw in the first 3 quarters of the first round was more controlled. Pretty much saying just keep that focus, that concentration.
Shared 2 amateur bouts with Mark Chamberlain, Ben Marksby. Real high-level stuff at times, as a junior anyway.
That's good work there from Marksby again. The left hand's been the real weapon for him so far.
Holds it so low, doesn't he? That really nice, relaxed style.
It's lovely bit of work. Again, not rushing that speed, not trying to force the speed. It's a different purchase to his punches now than we've seen in previous contests, I feel.
Antine getting frustrated there, trying to close the gap and punching at fresh air.
But again, that was good for Max, because in previous rounds he would continue to dance around the ring. He moved around, got straight back to the centre of the ring, and here he is again. He'd been more assertive.
Another good round this from Ben Marksby.
esa sigue siendo mejor. Pero escúchame, ¿qué tuyo? Que llegue más rápido. Toca primero, toca el golpe, pam, pam. Segundo más rápido. Y derecha detrás. ¿Cómo estamos? Bien, ¿no? Vale. Eso es bueno. Vale. Vamos bien, ¿verdad?
So Emilio Prada there in the Miguel Antin corner. The 11th time he's fought in Europe, the 6th in the UK. Also fought in Poland and Germany and Belgium and France. And he's fought in Barcelona as well. Very well-travelled. There's that double jab again from Marksby, and then sneaky left hook as well.
You see, Antini came out with a bit of a bounce to his step, just trying to get some rhythm to his work. And again, the jab with Marksby just closes it down straight away.
John Latham having to work hard there to separate them. Antin's trying to get his head onto Marksby's chest here.
Good movement here from Marksby, but again, you've got to remember to get back to keep that concentration, get back to the centre of the ring.
Marksby hasn't stopped any of his opponents. Antin has 8 knockouts on his record, albeit not at this level.
Lovely movement there from Marksby. It's better then, back to the centre of the ring, and you work around that circle around the ring in the middle there. Keep your foot in the middle. See, when you're boxing off the ropes like this, and I know this better than most, because I spent the whole career doing it, but you can't push, it's hard to push off the back leg to get any weight or any snap in your punches. And that's why you'll find out he's not getting the stoppages, because of things like that. When you're punching, pushing forward, there's more leverage in the shots, more weight in the punch.
Antin's plan is fairly clear, fairly simple. Going to keep marching forward. Trying to just find an opening. Struggling to get close enough here.
But Antin's not throwing too many though, so he's not emptying his tank or not panicking yet. Just trying to make Marksby work. Again, boxing well here, Marksby. Just see there, Antin trying to come forward, just a little lean back there, and just a sharp little left to counter. And again, after he throws the shot, he just pivots on that front foot, puts himself back in the centre of the ring.
If you catch him nice, let's go again, turn it on a minute.
Boxed 3 times last year, Ben Marksby. Last fight was a points win against Pontefract's Kurt Jackson in December. You might remember as well, he was involved on that terrific night, the night of Kelly Williamson in Newcastle. Really enjoyable night that was on Channel 5. Marksby got a win against Santiago Garces that night. Meant a lot to him, of course, geographically. Troy Williamson, a big hero of his as well, lives just down the road.
Sat ringside as well here, Troy, cheering Marksby on. Well, big start to the round here for Marksby. Really accurate with his work.
Clean shot there from Antine. Does have a reputation, Antine, for continuing to throw shots right to the end of a fight, for being durable and being active in the later rounds. And as you've already said, Barry, there's an element of energy conservation going on with him.
Yeah, but he walked on trying to make you work hard, wasn't he? And I think that's what he's done. Good right hand there for Marksby. But I'm well aware he hasn't really done it too much at Marksby. He reversed back to the type. When you get relaxed or you're not relaxed, either way, you start to do what you do naturally, and that's move and be more fleet-footed. But that allowed Antine just more momentum coming forward. Work again there from Marksby.
Banging Antine to the body, and Antine's increased aggression in this round has allowed Marksby to land a shot or two. Great uppercut there from Marksby, but Antine responds. That's his best punch of the fight, Marksby.
I'm never really a fan of someone with their low hands, but when you do have a fight who does punch from his hips, they're really hard to read the shots coming at you. Good body shot there from Marksby off the ropes.
He's reading Antine very well.
As you said, I was just thinking Antine's got to start fainting. He's got to disguise his work, hasn't he? Just as you said it. It's a little bit too predictable here for Marksby. He's putting on a career best performance so far.
Spring in the step of Antine, but almost trying to kid his opponent a bit there.
See some lovely work here from Marksby there, just the double jab again. The jab's been the constant weapon, and then starting to just, rather than throw that straight right hand, wing around the top, and that was that lovely uppercut as he just walked Antine onto that beautiful shot there, trying to finish off with the left hook combination, but the right hook, the right uppercut, I should say, doing all the damage there for Marksby.
Keep the rings right.
Remember, a first 8 round of this for Ben Marksby. Into the second half of it. It's been a really good display so far against a dangerous opponent in Miguel Antine. Left hook there from Marksby again. He's definitely trying to put his foot on the gas a bit here, Marksby.
But he doesn't need to rush it. I'm worried. I'm really worried. I don't know why I'm so worried, but I'm really worried that he's going to start rushing his work too much, and then just tire himself out, and then have a torrid last 2 or 3 rounds. Control it. Do what you do now. Be calm, composed. He's walking in on the shots superbly here so far. Just don't give away too much ground. That's all. That's my only worry. I think it's been fantastic so far tonight. He really has.
Good work again there from Marksby. As Barry puts his worry beads back into his pocket for the time being.
Yeah, it's just because he came out so much differently in the first round. I think more assertive and more economical. He was better for it, and I could have said in his previous fights, he has speed, but he tries to be too fast, and I think that takes away some of his good work. But tonight, he put that right, I think. He's got the blend perfectly.
He just burrow forward, and John Latham wants a word here. And he knew exactly what he was doing. Sign of a frustrated fighter. Sense of tonight that we might start to find out how much of a prospect Ben Marksby is, and he's impressed us.
Yeah, do you know what? I was thinking, you're reading my mind. The first time I was thinking, this is the first time we've actually seen this is a kid who's going to be a championship sort of fighter. Whatever level, we don't know. But he looks it. Before he looked like a prospect who maybe was a little bit too wispy, if that makes any sense. But tonight, I think he's got the blend right. He's shown that. Good right hand. I think the distance, the 12-round distance, I think would be suited for him. The way he's boxing at the minute, he shows all the qualities of a championship fighter here.
It's the sort of moment in the fight where Antine does start to let his hands go, where he does show that surprising durability. We saw it against Harlem Eubank. Antine just pushed back there. Tell you what, he's game as you like, Antine. We knew that, but we've seen it again here tonight.
Good shot there.
Great shot, wasn't it? Of acknowledgement there for Ben Marksby. He'll be enjoying this performance. Big smile on the face of Troy Williamson across the ring from us as well, so I think he's looking fairly relaxed.
If Antine's going to make a dent, he's going to have to start doing it now, isn't he? He's going to make Marksby worried, tired, panic. He's got to invest now.
There is always that chance, isn't there, when you're going a distance you haven't been. Antine knows all about going 8 and beyond. That's a great right hand there from Marksby off the back of a combination.
And Marksby's not a puncher. We can get that out of the light. No, he's not. But good shot there for Antine, lovely right hand. But there's enough weight on his punches to stop Antine from coming at him, and that's all he needs right now. I think that's quite important. I think if there was the Marksby we've seen a few fights ago, a good shot.
There's another good shot, wasn't it, from Antine? Marksby just needs to be a little bit careful here.
I think Antine would have tried to walk through him like from earlier on in the fight. We would have seen the Marksby we've seen before, really three-footed, barely put anything on the shots.
Well, good left hand there from Marksby. That was accurate right on the chin. But Antine starting to have little moments of success here. Of course, he's taking plenty to get close.
Good left hook there from Antine as well. Marksby just tiring a bit here, just a little bit loose, a little bit more ragged than we've seen him in the previous round.
Team closing the gap again and letting his hands go.
It's not boxing. It's not boxing.
Still 2 rounds to go, remember, after this one.
Clever little bit of work there. You know when someone's getting tired, like Max P, is because he stopped using the jab. So he's starting to just do the big shots and lead him in left hooks, firing right hands straight off the bat, rather than working behind the jab. You forget the fundamentals when you start to lose your shape and get a bit tired.
Big right hand again there from Antine, and he caught him with a straight left as well. Little bit of success there from Antine at the end of that round.
At the end of that round, he was just starting to struggle a little bit there, wasn't he, with Marksby? Just starting to lose his shape a little bit, just the reactions weren't as quick, and Antine pressing forward, landing with a couple of meaty right hands in that round to make it a little bit more interesting now going down the stretch.
But this is why we call it a test. This is why we say at the start of the fight it's his first time over 8 rounds, and Antine's tough and durable. In the next 2 rounds, Ben Marksby's going to learn a lot. We're going to learn a lot about him. Can he keep his shape? Can he stick to his work? Or can Antine continue just to make a dent or 2 in him? There's a tiny bit of jeopardy here for Marksby. Still in control, but Antine's still dangerous.
And in stages, especially this sort of round now, the penultimate round, this is where the fundamentals are so important, because you just do this, you do the basics well, and they keep you safe. And in the last round, then you can go, then you can start using all your athleticism and flurry combinations. So especially in a fight that you're clearly winning so well, just don't make any mistakes now.
Antine is trying to walk through Marksby. There's enough to discourage him here at the moment.
Well, from all the other good work he's done, Marksby, if he wins the fight, and if it goes the way it's going, he's going to win the fight. It's the jab that's winning the fight. So in the early part, in the early rounds, just everything. Every time Antine made the move, the jab was in his face, and he couldn't mount any attacks.
Started to land that jab again in this 7th round. Just calmed things down a bit. Doubles it up again. Great accuracy, great rhythm there from Marksby.
And taking the centre of the ring here as well, Marksby. Should be Antine moving forwards here, pushing Marksby back, and it's the other way.
Antine has slowed up as well. Just wonder how much of that 6th round was something approaching a final flurry from him. Right hand to the body there from Marksby, and even though Antine's trying to dance a bit and keep that spring in his step, you can certainly sense that he's slowed and takes that right hand.
Yeah, it's just the wrong distance, and the fight's been fought at the wrong distance here for Antine. He needs to be the one rolling forward here.
Recovered his equilibrium here, Ben Marksby. Good round 7 for him. So 3 minutes away from the most significant win of his career so far here, Ben Marksby of Darlington. Sometimes you can talk about fighters challenging for an English title and beyond, and it's one thing talking, there's another picturing it, and I think tonight you start to picture it for Ben Marksby. It's a good, bright start here to the 8th round.
Oh, it's good movement with the feet there from Marksby. He just threw a jab a few seconds ago, and I think Antine felt it as well. The real jarring left hand it was there from Marksby.
And let's be clear as well about this opponent. This isn't classic prospect against journeyman. Antine is a bit better than that. 20-15-1 coming into this. And might be on the way to becoming a journeyman, but someone who, I'm not saying he tested Harlan Eubank last March, but he certainly held his own for periods.
It's one of those fighters that if he beats you, it's catastrophic for your career. No, for your development, not your career, your development. If you sneak home, then you pull the brakes just a little bit. But if you dominate like he has for most of the fight, then it's an impressive victory. I would say that. If you win, you win. It's a good milestone because you've the first 8 rounds against a guy who could really make you work for it. But for the most part, I think Marksby's controlled everything.
Of course, what will be interesting is where do you go next? To match him carefully. But tonight he's proved plenty, I think. And also credit to Antine, who is always enjoyable to watch.
Yeah, and you give him opportunity, and he's going to make it a nightmare for you, a really hard fight. But Marksby, the jab has been his weapon tonight. It's been fantastic. In the early rounds, it was brilliant.
Bit of flash here from Marksby. Certainly want to stay busy the rest of the year, and as I said, English title in 2024 was the ambition. Might not be too far beyond him now, that.
Yeah, and I think it's important, what you said, it's important for him to be busy after this fight, not to have too much of a long rest. That's a lovely bit of work off the ropes there from Marksby, showing plenty of energy here. The last 10 seconds though.
Antine trying to come on strong late on. But even Antine will acknowledge how good Marksby has been. He's had little pockets of success, but Ben Marksby comes of age in Bolton tonight. 1 or 2 were slightly concerned about him, but he dominated. There's still a lot to work on, but there was an awful lot to like about that display, Barry.
Yeah, well, from the offset, I thought, Dave, I think that he came out, not the Marksby we've seen in the past where he's a little bit too light on his feet, a little bit too fast with his hands, and rushing his work a little bit at times. He took the centre of the ring, solid jab, solid shots, was very economical but accurate with his work. Natural hand speed, didn't try and force the pace, force the speed. And then in those few little rounds where he did start to show a little bit of tiredness, the athleticism got him through, and for the most part, he tried to work in and around the centre of the ring, which he needs to do against Antine. So he showed his ability, he showed a bit of strength, and he showed good fight management for his first 8 rounds. That was ticks all around, I thought.
Well, time to make it official. Let's see if Antine won a round on John Latham's scorecard. Let's get to Paul Booth.
Boxing fans in Bolton, after 8 rounds, we go to the scorecard of our scoring referee, John Latham. He has the bout at 80 points to 73 points in favour of the winner from Darlington, Ben Moxby!
He got a share of 1 round, Antine. He was game as ever, but it was brilliant Ben who prevailed on the night. Where next for him?
So everybody, just a couple of moments away from our next bout this evening, featuring the exciting talent of the newly crowned EBU European Flyweight Champion, Birkenhead's Chloe Watson in the ring. In her corner as well, 2-weight world champion, the hitman Ricky Hatton, this week inducted into the Boxing Hall of Fame as well. She's in safe hands. It's our next bout this evening, everybody. Kate Ranowska. Chloe Watson. Boxing fans ringside here in Bolton, a very good evening, and also extending a welcome to viewers joining us right around the world, wherever you're watching this evening. Nessa Sauerland for Wasserman Boxing now bring you a super flyweight contest. This bout scheduled for 6 2-minute rounds of boxing. To make her way to the red corner from Waterford, Ireland, Kate Radomska. To make her way to the blue corner, bringing with her a perfect professional fight record from Birkenhead, Chloe Watson.
Rock Nation, pledge your allegiance. Get your fatigues on. All black everything. Black cars, all black everything. And our girls are blackbirds, riding with their diligence. I can't more in depth if you boys really real enough. This is not familiar, I'll explain later. But for now, let me get back to this paper. I'm a couple bands down and I'm trying to get back.
Nissa Sauerland for Wasserman Boxing now bring you a scheduled 6 2-minute rounds in the super flyweight division. Timekeeper ringside is Phil Morris, MBE of Heswall. Upon the sound of the bell, the third person in the ring is our scoring referee, Steve Gray of Fleetwood. Boxing out of the red corner, on the scales at 111.3 pounds. She's wearing black, trimmed with green this evening. 4 career victories and boxes out of Waterford, Ireland. Introducing Kate Radomska. And boxing out of the blue corner. Tonight she's wearing black, trimmed with purple. At the weigh-in, she scaled 114.1 pounds. A former member of Team GB. Fabulous amateur pedigree career. And as a professional, her fight record is perfect. 7 visits to the ring, 7 victories, and standing proudly in the blue corner this evening as the reigning EBU European Flyweight Champion, boxing out of Birkenhead, England. Introducing the undefeated Chloe Watson. Referee Steve Gray with his final instructions.
Okay, girls, I've asked you to break, you take a step back, stop punching, okay? No punches on the back of the head, protect yourselves at all times. Touch gloves. Good luck.
Well, we've talked a lot about confidence so far tonight, and Chloe Watson now comes into the ring with the confidence, the belief of being European champion. They took that big risk in her 7th fight against a Frenchwoman, Justine Lalemant, here in Bolton, and Chloe came out on top. 4 rounds on one card, 2 on the other 2, and now she fights Kate Radomska in what is meant to be a tick-over fight, ahead of what will be a big challenge against Maisie Rose Courtney. She's been ordered to defend her European title. That's going to be in September. That will be a great domestic dust-up, but you've got to get through this challenge first. Radomska, a former opponent of Courtney, she took the fight to her, and she landed left hooks, and Chloe Watson, obviously, as a measuring stick, hope to do better here against Radomska than Courtney did.
It's a great start here for Watson already. She's always been an aggressive fighter, but I think she's shown more control in recent fights, and she's showing it here. Pushing the pace, but landing with accuracy and not overthrowing too many shots and missing.
What was so impressive against Lalemant, impressive to win the European title in your 7th fight, but it was the fact she struggled early on against her and found a way. Lalemant, awkward, tall, angular, experienced. Chloe was just under the pump a bit, but came through really well. I think that was the most impressive thing that night. With left hand there from Chloe Watson. And an uppercut. Really nice, smooth skills here in the opening round.
Yeah, well timed there, just a little twist to the shoulder. Rip that uppercut through the middle there from Watson. And again, just intensifying the pressure here to close the round out.
Lovely stuff. Hey, we started off a bit giddy, didn't we? But when you started pot shotting, coming in off that bounce, you know what I mean? Lovely. Lovely that. What I want you to do, I want you to be a smart bully here. You know what I mean? Pop shotter, pop, 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 pop. When there's an opening for the pick, and sit down and blast it. Stiff with that jab, that jab's getting it perfect. You forget sometimes, we spoke about this before, haven't we? You forget what good ability you've got. When I say put the pressure on, keep the steady pressure there with $1 million running shots up the wall. Oh, just relax. The better you relax, the more you flow, the more you tend to flow. Watch on, enjoy it. Enjoy it. It's perfect for you this tonight.
It's always such a privilege to be able to sit back and listen to a now Hall of Fame fighter and Chloe's trainer, Ricky Hatton, just talking her through it, guiding her through the fight, guiding her through her career as well, and the message to be a smart bully and to enjoy it. Exactly right.
Brilliant phrase that as well, isn't it? Smart bully. That's it. And he's right, that's what she should be, that's what she can be, and that's where she's at her best, I feel.
Kate Radomska one last time out against the 2109-10 Claudia Ferenczi, her second win against her, but had lost her previous three, including Courtney, Gemma Root from down on the south coast, and Marie Connon. Good straight right hand there from Chloe Watson.
Yeah, that's like
I think she is starting to enjoy it.
Yeah, that was like the third one on the trot there as well, wasn't it, from Watson. Just trying to turn into the shots here a little bit more.
They're talking about September at the York Hall for Watson against Courtney. That will be very watchable.
Perfect venue for that sort of fight as well, isn't it? It's a really good fight to make. Real good clash of styles.
Sure, Chloe's fans will be down in force for that. Her biggest fan, her grandmother Marie, is here across the ring from us. Blood to the nose now of Radomska. It's turning into a really good display from Watson, especially given what she's building towards. Another right hand. She's doing damage here, Chloe Watson.
Oh, good shots again. So accurate with the work here, Watson.
Never been stopped, Kate Radomska.
Stiff jab, but the backhand's the one. Every time she jabs from low, it goes there and goes right down to her knees. As soon as that jab comes, just step outside it, put your right across. Or that looper. As soon as she jabs and goes like that, you whack it over the top. And the minute you hit the end, you sit downstairs with the body shots.
Just really intensifying the pressure there. Watson's a lovely right hand there, just again putting that front foot forward, just timing that. The lazy jab there, Radomska just find that right hand on the middle. She is that smart bully.
1-2, hold your feet, second attack with a 1-2. The right hand's the one jump going, because she jabs and it ends up down there. Are you with me? Plenty of backhands.
Mentioned Kate Radomska yet to be stopped. Chloe Watson yet to win by stoppage. Of course, it's harder over the 2-minute rounds, but tell you what, she is dominating here. Smile on her face as well. Another right hand there, found the target. It's not enormous power, but what it is stinging accuracy and frequency as well.
Yeah, there's a sharpness to her work, isn't there? Because the way she turns so fast into the shots, you're going to get a bit of a snap on the end of every punch she throws.
Radomska a little bit surprised by the buzzsaw that's in front of her here, and Watson with that almost mocking smile really is the smart bully, the smart and smiling bully here.
But again, she just gets that right hand there, if she just gets a bit lower, you can just arc that right hand over the top. The jab, as Ricky Hatton was saying, the jab's low, so you can just commit yourself, slide that front foot forward and just take all the weight over to your left hand side when you bowl that right hand over the top.
Snuck an uppercut through there as well, Watson.
It's a good jab there as well from Watson. A few more of those she needs, I think.
At the moment, she's timing everything so well that everything feels like it's getting through. Really slowed Radomska up, and now she tries to put the pressure on.
She's got a little bit too close there, Watson. Allowing Radomska just to hold on. Showing that good accuracy here. Watson in her work. That right hand always finding a home there. Radomska not really having the ability just to keep the hands out of the defending against that shot, and Watson being able to walk right through her so far.
She's lovely this, and it's all you're better. Everything's better when you're off your movement and you're relaxing. You know what I mean? Keep drilling her with that jab. Plenty of backhand. If I could fault you, I'd want you just a little bit out of step here to keep her working a little bit harder. I sustain the attacks, 2 or 3 attacks now.
Put this into context, and I know you can't do this with boxing in terms of these comparisons, they could be so lazy, but that Courtney Radomska fight on undercard of Taylor Cameron last May in Dublin, she lost by a single point. 3-2 in rounds, a drawn round. Now, I know over 6-2s it can be tight and hard to separate and so on, but still, Watson utterly dominant here.
Yeah, and again, you're right, because styles match up with the other styles, of course, but it will give Watson plenty of confidence if the fight keeps going the same way. It'll give him so much confidence going into that fight, thinking that she already thought she could win, but that she was more dominant against a mutual opponent.
Yeah, what our friends in America call boxing math never quite works, does it?
That's good work again there from Watson. Just like to see when she lands with a couple of shots, just steal the space with that front foot. Just get a little bit closer, work again. And just start taking a little shift to the left or the right rather than going back in straight lines.
Interestingly, this fight was quite a late addition to the card, but Chloe says she's been working towards this date for some time. She's known about it. Certainly a strong possibility anyway. And now she knows about September.
Doing much wrong here, Watson. Just like to see a little bit more injection of pace in her work. Just get those combinations flowing a little bit more.
Two more. Just steady pressure here.
That's a lovely shot there from Watson. We'll see it from a different angle here. Just dipping the legs there, coming through the middle with that shot. Just not allowing Radomska any success at all. Every time she makes a mistake, she makes her pay with the quality work.
Have a chance to grab you. You know what I mean? Go in. When your combination moves her back, step into the space, spot her grabbing you, and then ease back to make space for your second attack, yeah? Looking good here. Looking good here.
Because all she's doing is down for a big shot. Yeah? So put her out. Pop. 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 1. Yep.
I think Will Jones was happier with a slight improvement there from Radomska in round 4. Of course, they're delighted in the Chloe Watson corner.
Good shot. This was also, she's tough, isn't she? Really tough. I mean, some of these shots are bouncing off her head and she's not even blinking.
Born in Poland, raised in Ireland, in Waterford. Kate Radomska, based in Romford now. Three places that tend to produce tough people. She's up against Chloe Watson from Birkenhead. Good movement there from Watson. Tries to land the uppercut on the inside that Radomska blocked.
Yeah, Radomska's just trying to smother the work here of Watson. It's a good solid jab there from Watson, but just needed to work off it a little bit more. But a good display so far. She's looked good, hasn't she, tonight? Chloe Watson.
She's looked really good, and the damage to Radomska's face tells you everything you need to know about the story of this fight. It's written on her face. Another straight right hand from Watson.
That was a better shot there because she went low with the first shot, so just give a bit more of an arc to come through with that right hand over the top.
And then that snapping uppercut as well.
So nobody, even us, we should never look ahead, but Watson and Courtney is a fantastic fight. It's a really good matchup.
Courtney's got a fight at the start of July at the Copper Box against another Pole, Jasmina Zapatochna. And September, I think, is on.
How's your gas feel? Yeah? All right. How's your gas feel, Cole?
Again, just showing that strength there, Watson, just to break that clinch, to land that uppercut through the middle, and then when she gets a bit of range there, darting that, what's been the best weapon for her so far, that right hand through the middle, but then never neglecting the body, as we saw there in that last little clip. A really good display of a full arrangement of punches here from Chloe Watson.
Strong. Let's take it away from her, yeah? She comes on strong, we come on stronger. So we're nice and clever. Six, okay? Six, yeah, 3 minutes here now. She likes to come on strong. Let's take it away.
Ricky Hatton just told Chloe she had 3 minutes here. She might be in for a surprise. Old habits, eh? Fernanda Serrano, and indeed a lot of people had their way, but that's a different story for a different day.
Still looking to work here with Radomska, man. You've got to give her credit.
She's game, isn't she? Starting to throw punches of her own. But Watson looks so comfortable.
Just got to re-establish that dominance here, Watson. Now just a little bit of pocket of work here. And like I said in the previous couple of rounds, there's a bit of acceleration and a pace every now and again. We'll just keep it, keep it dominant, keep it ahead, keep it the one coming forward, in charge of the exchanges.
Radomska just landed her best punch of the fight, but Watson was straight back on her. It's a great hurdle to overcome, Justine Lallemande. Really awkward, unpleasant opponent in many ways. Big booming right hand there from Chloe Watson, who maybe just tiring a little herself. Ricky Hatton did say at the start of this round, how's your gas? She's been all action here. A lot to like about this performance, though. And a great warm-up for what will be a big fight in September. Finishes with a flourish here, Chloe Watson. Nice head movement and a big smile and a good win and a great tune-up.
Yeah, that's the perfect 6 rounds for her, I think. It was important to stay busy. September's a long time away. That's a nice little tune-up there where she showed, again, how aggressive she is. But I think, as we've seen in the last few fights, that more control with that aggression, that makes it a much more potent weapon. I think tonight, against a mutual performance for the next big challenge, she maybe did look a better job.
Get the impression Barry's looking forward to that fight at the York Hall. We all are.
I think we still, and also now, because I know how confident Courtney is and how good she is, and she'll watch that and think, oh, right, it's on now, and watch someone feel the same.
It really is on. Let's get to Paul now to make this one official.
Thank you, boxing fans ringside. So, after 6 rounds of super flyweight boxing, our scoring referee, Steve Gray, decides the bout. He has it at 60 points to 54 points in favour of the winner. She's still undefeated from Birkenhead, England, Chloe Watson.
The European champion is 8-0, and she has a massive test in front of her, but that was mightily impressive from Chloe Watson. Well, Ricky, first of all, terrific performance from Chloe.
Yeah, delighted, to be honest. She had a good opponent, you know, for like a warm-up fight for the European title fight she got in September. She's had a long training camp. I felt quite sorry for her, you know. Ever since the bell rung on New Year's Eve, you know, she went straight into training, and dates fell through, and sometimes this happens in boxing, so she's had a long camp, but bearing that in mind, I thought she performed well against a very, very good kid. You know, she's been in with some good opponents herself, this girl, yeah.
Yeah, you were asking her to be a smart bully in there, and she responded.
Absolutely. I think, you know, I'm probably a most harsh critic, because, I mean, she won the European title after 6 fights, which is incredible. But I don't think she boxed that great. I thought she just bullied the girl, where she's come through, you know, she's got the fundamentals, the credentials are there, because she come through on the GB squad. She's got better ability than she showed last time. She's got more boxing ability than she showed, and I think she showed a bit more of it, what she's got tonight.
Now, we'll be talking a lot more about her throughout the course of 2024, but I want to talk about you, Canastota. What was that like?
It was incredible, you know, to think as a youngster on Hattersley Estate in Manchester, you know, when I laced the gloves on as a 10-year-old, I dreamt of, I was just watching Sugar Ray Leonard, Roberto Duran, Muhammad Ali, Rocky Marciano, Marvin Hagler, and all these people. To think my name's up in the museum in the Hall of Fame alongside them, I can't believe it. It brought a tear to me. In the museum, my picture is 1 foot away from Roberto Duran in the Hall of Fame. That made me cry, it did, honestly.
It's fantastic stuff. We're so proud to have you, of course, in the country, and good luck in September. I think it's on, isn't it?
Thank you very much, yeah. It'll be a fantastic fight, good old British fight. Perfect timing for both girls now. I think it'll be a cracker, yeah.
Nice one, Ricky, thank you. Thanks very much.
Boxing fans, now a scheduled 10-round contest for the Commonwealth silver middleweight title. First boxer to make his way to the red corner from Colwyn Bay, Wales, Jerome Warburton.
You can't hide. Gonna find you and take it slowly. Ready or not, here I come. You can't hide. Gonna find you and make you want me.
Now that I escape, sleep, walk away. Those who go when they know the world ain't king. Jail bars ain't good gigs. Those who fake they great. When they get their 400-pound weight, if I can rule the world, everyone would have a gun and together, of course, we can be up and on their horse. Kick around, drinking moonshine. Before sip on the concrete. Living in seats for a long, long week. My clubs in the state of sleep.
To make his way to the blue corner from Birmingham, Ryan Kelly. Welcome to boxing fans joining us ringside here in Bolton, and also extending a warm welcome to viewers joining us right around the world. Nissa Sauerland for Wasserman Boxing now bring you a scheduled 10-round contest. This bout for the Commonwealth silver middleweight title. This bout sanctioned and officials appointed by the British Boxing Board of Control. The supervisor ringside is Debbie Down. Area representative is Ian Metcalf. 3 judges score the contest at ringside. They are Phil Edwards of Preston, Steve Gray of Fleetwood, and Darren Sargentson of Manchester. Timekeeper on the bell is Amjad Ditter of Halifax, and above the sound of the bell, the third man in the ring is our referee in charge, introducing Ron Kearney of Sunderland. Boxing out of the red corner, he's wearing the black, silver and red shorts this evening. On the scales at yesterday's weigh-in, officially at 159 pounds even. 14 big wins, 2 going inside the scheduled distance. He stands proudly in the red corner this evening as the reigning Welsh area middleweight champion. He boxes out of Colwyn Bay, Wales. Introducing Jerome Maker Warburton. And across the ring, boxing out of the blue corner. At yesterday's weigh-in, he scaled 159.3 pounds. 19 victories, 8 big wins inside the distance. He's wearing the black shorts trimmed with white and red. Standing as a former Midlands area super welterweight champion. He boxes out of Birmingham, England. Introducing Ruthless Ryan Kelly. Referee Ron Kearney will now give his final instructions.
Okay, gentlemen, you've had your instructions in the changing rooms, you know what I expect. Keep it clean at all times. Touch gloves, come out boxing on the bell.
A lot of excitement around this matchup. Ruthless Ryan Kelly, who was in a thriller last time in Telford against Ioan Alexandru Lutic. They were both down before Kelly got the win. Up here against the stylish southpaw from North Wales, Jerome Warburton. And he said of Kelly when he was asked, if I was him, I'd be worried. Should be a good clash of styles, this. Right hand from Kelly early on gets Warburton's interest.
Yeah, so always on paper, it's always a good matchup, isn't it? Like it might be potentially the fight of the night here. Because you know at some point they're both going to commit.
Before that fight against Lutic, for Kelly, beat River Wilson Bent in another thriller, the Midlands Area Council Fight of the Year for last year. He's rarely in a bad one, Kelly. Felt like a massive crossroads night that for both men. He's kept good company, Kelly. Only stopped once, that was by Hamza Shiraz, who's done okay since. Kelly the aggressor early, which I think is what most people expected.
Yeah, but it's also important for Warburton not to allow him too much space coming forward here. You know, he's got to make him pay quicker on the attacks here.
Warburton's one defeat against Jean-Jacques Obregon in Bilbao. December of 2021, lost 1 points over 6, had a point deducted, was unlucky that night. Also drew in Spain over 6 against Jeffrey Rosales, also a sense he was a touch unfortunate. A good right hand again there from Kelly. Got a nod of acknowledgement that from Warburton. It's been a good fast start this from Kelly.
Yeah, he's just taking that foot on the outside every time he lets that right hand go there, Kelly. That just allows him to slide forward and come back with another shot. Warburton's got to get the control there with that front foot, a bit like he did there. It's better there from Warburton, but Kelly having a good start here in round 1.
Warburton trying to use that length, that height, that reach. Good, sharp, straight left hand there from Warburton.
Maybe more active with the jab here, Warburton, even if he's not landing, just to keep Kelly, you know, just thinking before he's walking forward.
Bit more success for Warburton towards the end of this first round, but a good one for Kelly so far.
Good body shot there from Kelly.
Okay. But listen, you don't want to work on the inside. Yeah. When you're on the edge, just pull, feints, boom! And some of that jab. As soon as you're on the inside, drop the shoulder on him, get to work. He does not want to work from you, he don't want to move you. Alright? Don't let him con you. He's already panicking that round, did you feel it? Okay, take your time, keep scoring in the jab. Don't look for the spectacular shots. Keep it simple.
Control backhand, and then uppercut. Backhand, uppercut.
10 seconds, guys. Seconds out. Round 2.
John Costello there with Ryan Kelly. They go back to when Kelly first went to the gym as a 7-year-old. His dad grew up with Costello, the Chelmsley Wood Amateur Gym, and Solihull ABC. Wesley Jones there with Warburton. Obviously a size difference here. Warburton the rangier, but needs to use that to good advantage. Good right hand there from Kelly. Really good foot movement, good speed from Kelly.
Yeah, because even though Warburton's the bigger, he's not really using that range. He's stepping in too close when he throws the shots, and that's allowing Kelly just to time with that right hand.
Southpaw sparring with Tyler Denny ahead of tonight. Big fight for him coming up against Felix Cash in Birmingham. You look at Warburton, you can see how Denny's excellent sparring for this.
There's lovely uppercut just a second ago there from Kelly as Warburton came in. Trying to put his physical, some weight, some presence there on Kelly, but walking onto a shot. And just telegraphing that combination there as well, Warburton.
Well, so far, Kelly's made Warburton miss a lot here.
It's good work there from Kelly. Just sitting down after that uppercut as well, just making sure he's in a safe place before he moves.
Hits to the body again there, Kelly. Landed several of those already. Slightly better from Warburton with that straight left hand.
Just going to react a little bit quicker, Warburton. Just letting Kelly let his hands go.
Warburton won a split decision in Bristol last time against the 16-0 Aaron Sutton. Good win for him that. This certainly a move up in levels, a chance for Warburton to prove himself. So far though, really fast start from Kelly. Good shot, a left hand there from Warburton.
Yeah, just a little with their fingers though, they didn't really turn into the shot.
Kelly then landed a right hand and just stung Warburton.
It's a good uppercut there though from Warburton in close. Trying to get that physical presence into play a little bit more in this round, but I'm not sure how successful it's been.
Good slashing work again from Kelly.
Yeah, man.
Sean, get that ice pack in there.
Yeah. Do the ice pack there, mate?
Again, Warburton coming on, trying to be a bit stronger, a bit more of a presence, but just allowing Kelly to work off the ropes there with just a bit more sharper work. See here, just not landing clean the tag, then lovely little body shot there from Kelly, then following up with that nice little sharp right hand, which has been a good weapon for him so far in the first two rounds.
Come alive. Inside, bang, 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 bang.
10 seconds, guys.
Inside now, let's go.
Seconds out. Round 3.
Of course, as the man alongside me will attest and is indeed proof of, Wales a boxing hotbed. North Wales less so, where Warburton is from.
So there's always a first.
Tom Doran lost against Eubank Jr. British middleweight title in 2016. Carl Gizzy of Rill lost to Jack Bodell for the British heavyweight title back in 1969, but not too many examples.
Right hand again there from Kelly.
The uppercut there from Kelly was really well chosen and landed shot.
Yeah, but a nice little right hook as well from Warburton to come forward. I think Warburton's just got to try and throw in combinations, just try and get a little bit more, just a little more momentum with his work, so we get a bit more speed in the combinations. Kelly's a little bit faster off the mark, so the single shots, he's always going to come better off in those exchanges.
Kelly continues to land with great success to the body.
Lovely right hand there from Kelly.
Kelly has boxed as low as welter, and I think you're seeing the speed of the lighter weight here. Warburton needs to use that size, as we said before, to his advantage, because Kelly is using all of his ability to his.
Yeah, he is, but he's just walking too hard. Just good work there from Warburton.
Better, isn't it?
Hand. double jab his way in. His feet are getting too close to the target at the moment, and he's smothering some of his work. I think he just punches a bit longer and moves the feet behind the punches, he'll have more success.
Better again there from Warburton. His work just starting to flow a bit. Of course, it's a big chance for Warburton tonight, and I wonder if there have been some nerves early on here.
Good body shot there from Warburton.
Warburton just started to try and push Kelly back here and use that size.
You don't look comfortable, you don't look happy. He's not happy, he's a bit frustrated. I told you, his hands are very slow. He pushes his shots out. Stay switched on, keep scoring, and think about what's coming back. Don't lose your feet when you throw the right hand, alright? Keep your feet when you throw that right hand for me. I want to win.
In the early part of the round, Kelly just showing the hand speed there, the like the fella, just the rattle-off combinations as Warburton came forward. But as the round went on, then I think Warburton just showed that physical presence, working away a little bit better and closed the gap there maybe in that last round.
10 seconds, guys. Seconds left. Round 4.
The fight that interests both of these men and what interests the winner is that rematch, Nathan Heaney and Brad Pauls. Pauls the only fight that Ryan Kelly has lost at middle. He wants that badly, so does Warburton. Fight tonight feels like a stepping stone, a crossroads, another crossroads fight really for Ryan Kelly.
Oh, good uppercut there from Warburton. Good start to the rounds here.
Warburton is definitely getting stronger. Good work on the inside from Warburton, but then Kelly responds with that right hand.
The difference with Warburton here, and a little bit in the second half of that last round, is he's just, his hands a bit higher, a little bit more stronger defensively here, walking forward.
Sharp right hand there from Kelly.
Double jab his way in here, Warburton. Punching him too far out. Gotta get that distance right. Too close, he smothers his work, too far out. He falls over the front foot, it's a target to be hit.
Right in front of us, Warburton trying to unload, but good head movement there from Kelly. Great uppercut on the inside again from Warburton, but there's the response from Kelly to push Warburton back. Lands an uppercut of his own.
Yeah, he felt that body shot there, Warburton, then he went to just throw a right hook of his own to the head and just expose his midriff there, and I think he felt that.
It's been a consistent theme so far, that work to the body, sneaky shots to the body as well from Kelly. There's another, and then a left hook from Kelly.
Just a bit sharp, isn't he, when they both punch at the same time there, Kelly. He's digging in here though, Warburton, trying to make Kelly work hard for it. Good response there, double jab left hand.
At the moment, speed is giving Kelly the edge. Warburton's job is to slow him down, to try and come on strong here. That left to the body again from Kelly is a vicious shot.
Good uppercut there from Kelly.
Using his feet well, Kelly, as Warburton tries to respond.
again, came out the round really strongly, didn't he? Just showing that natural size difference he had and working really well, but just lost his shape a little bit. Just old Kelly there, just having that lovely body shot there. It is there, and that took a little bit of wind out the sails there of Warburton. But a good round and a good fight so far.
Give yourself more time. Don't let him come back in.
10 seconds, corners. Seconds out. Round 5.
Great pictures being painted by our team here of the two very different corners. The calmness of Costello, the urgency of Wesley Jones in that Jerome Warburton corner. They sense that their man is behind. They know that their man is behind, but they also know he's teaked up and he has the ability to come back in this fight. That is what has always made it so intriguing.
Yeah, he's got to start investing now, though, you feel here. It doesn't mean for the lack of trying, just an adjustment there. I think he's got to double jab his way in to get close. Get some more purchase on that left hand.
Big Warburton miss, he fell short there and Kelly made him pay.
Good jab there from Warburton on the move.
Off balance there, Kelly. Was he hurt by that shot? Warburton thinks he was. Going to back Kelly up here, Warburton.
It's a weird reaction, because it looked like their feet got tangled up, but then all of a sudden Kelly looked a little bit startled, didn't he?
It was one of those, it didn't look initially as if anything significant had landed, but their subsequent reactions, I think it did.
The left hand on the move there as well from Warburton.
Warburton just starting to breathe heavy a bit here.
Good shot there though from Warburton. He's just walking Kelly on the shots at the minute. Good movement as well.
Has he succeeded in slowing Kelly up? Or is Kelly just waiting for his moment here, looking to land that right hand?
He seems to be more tentative to commit here, doesn't he, Kelly, than he was in the previous rounds. Lovely work there from Warburton.
Really sweet timing from him. Best round of the fight by some distance.
He's just not committing to the attacks, is he now, Kelly? And certainly the counter attacks as he was in the last few rounds. There's a better right hand there from him, though.
He's landed a couple of good right hands in the closing moments of this fifth round. Kelly, uppercut to the body from him. So we can take another look at that shot. Let's have a look, Barry.
Yeah, I just thought their feet got tangled up. No, he got caught with a good right hook there, didn't he? He really did. He just maybe he cut across the body with his front foot, and I just think as he spun off there, Warburton just caught him in the waist, maybe on the temple there, but slightly.
Looked like it landed on the ear. Ear, temple, just threw his balance momentarily.
Pull him into the left hand, right hook. Pull him into the left hand, right hook. Come on, man. Change your life, son. Come on, let's go, son. It's not what time it is now.
Put that jab, kick the noise, you know what's coming back.
10 seconds, corners.
Really good now, yeah.
Seconds out. Round 6.
We move into the second half of what's been a terrific fight so far. Kelly surely ahead. But Warburton Well, if he wins the second half of the fight, it's going to be close, and Warburton is looking as good now as he has.
Well, he was able after that, you know, obviously looking back at the replay, where he sort of just startled Kelly for a while. He was able to walk Kelly onto the shots there in the second half of that round. Better feet there from Kelly, a little bit of a feint, and then to switch the feet over to get close.
Kelly looks back on it here in round 6. I just wonder if his senses were a little bit scrambled by that shot on the ear. He looks laser focused again. It's a good chopping right hand though from Warburton.
I think it's important for Warburton when he throws that left hand, always finish with a right hook. Solid left hand there.
Warburton has definitely grown in confidence throughout this fight. Of course, with that comes danger.
Again, Kelly just waiting a little bit too long, isn't he, again? He's getting Warburton when he wants him. He got him there now, he's got to commit.
Warburton starting to use those long legs. He was caught though by the right hand from Kelly.
Feint his way in there, Kelly, rather than just throw from too far out. Good movement here though from Warburton.
Yeah, he needs to be careful, Kelly. He's not just following him around. Then he throws from that little bit too far out. Kelly.
Be a bit busy in me. When you stop, you've got 3-4 shots. Yes. Make sure of it. I'm afraid listen, and then get onto your timing, right? It's important there because you got into your timing.
Chin on your chest, double up your jab. And drop your backhand on him. He's throwing it on you. 7 coming up. Put it down in left and form fucking up. I'm just busy up for me. This kid can't sort your shoelace and you let him. 10 seconds, boys. Busy up. Double that jab for me. Chin on your chest.
Seconds out. Round 7.
For the faint-hearted amongst you, apologies for the bit of industrial language there in the corner, the point John Costello was making. It's clear though, double jab your way in. You're so much better than him. Start to show it, because this is starting to get close as well. Round 7 of 10. We've both got it 4-2 for Kelly, but I suppose you could have scored it differently. Stiff right hand from Kelly.
That's what he needs. I've got to be honest, Warburton took it really well, like he has throughout the contest so far, but still a really good scoring shot though for Kelly. Good jab there from Warburton just a second ago. Kelly did the right movements there, he didn't let the right hand go.
Shot. Combination there from Warburton. The real ebb and flow to this.
He's just clammed up a bit, hasn't he, Kelly? He's still landing with good right hands every now and again, but he was more fluent a couple of rounds ago. That's better from him.
Certainly a swelling on the right eye of Warburton now. A couple of those left hooks have done some damage, I think.
A little bit low there with that body shot. Warburton is a better body shot though with the jab.
I don't think Warburton's done enough of that so far. Kelly has significantly outworked him to the body. Right hand there, sharp, snapping right hand from Warburton.
Yeah, really good counter there.
And a straight left hand from him. Good work there from Warburton, but there's the response from Kelly. Slashing uppercut there, yeah.
Just using the shoulder there to create a bit of space for that shot there, Warburton.
Another uppercut, big one this time from Warburton. But then Kelly responds.
That's a lovely right hand. Good little scrap, isn't it,
This is building towards some conclusion. 3 rounds to go after this. Close maybe on the cards. Both men starting to land. Both starting to tire. Does feel as if something's going to give here.
You're on the whole inside. Good job, do it.
Just saw that shot from Warburton at the end of round 7 land again on the ear of Ryan Kelly. I wonder if there's some damage to that eardrum, the way he winced when it landed. He'll fight through it, of course, that's what fighters do, but it may yet prove significant.
Well, that can have a massive effect on your balance, of course, Dave, and that'll be a real problem there for Kelly.
Uppercut there from Kelly was well chosen and well delivered, but Warburton's trying to bully him here.
You've got to be careful though, Warburton. He's trying to bully him, he stays too close, and that allows just the neater work of Kelly to have more success. Good shot though from Warburton.
Warburton with those combinations, but Kelly with a really stiff left to the body there. Just to slow Warburton up again. Oh, another huge shot to the body.
Yeah, really well placed that body shot there from Kelly. Just underneath the elbow.
So far, Warburton has taken everything well. Lands a right hook of his own. But it does feel, Barry, every time Warburton lands something, he takes something back.
Yeah, just the ability not to move his feet after he throws the shot.
Warburton trying to use his size, leaning on the inside, but Kelly's boxing really well on the inside.
Trying to be a little bit more assertive here. Well, we're going to sort of play into the hands here to Kelly. Getting close as well to land that uppercut.
Left hook there from Warburton. It certainly got Kelly's attention. Yeah,
Good chopping right hand there from Kelly.
A better round for Kelly. Closing moments of round 8, but these are tough rounds to score, some of them. They're both having moments of success. Right hand there from Warburton is a good single shot.
But then he's just there to get hit again, isn't he? That's the problem at times.
Still up for grabs here with 2 rounds to go after this one.
Got 2 rounds. Right, got 2 rounds. You got to win them. All we have is now. Listen to me. He's running for his fucking life. He's running to the bad. Okay, come on. He's running for his life. He double his jab. He sticks 2 in the bank. He drew that body from like. He pulled hands up. Nice and simple. When he runs, stick your fucking hands up. Fights, double his jab. 2 in the bank. Drill his body. Drill his body. 2 rounds. God, this so lovely then. But I have the time, come on, Ryan. All we have is now. All we have is
Don't let him box at his pace.
10 seconds, Colin.
It's at moments like this that fighters start thinking about why they're doing it. Kelly, 3-year-old daughter, Warburton's got a 6-year-old son, trying to set themselves up, trying to set their families up. Huge 6 minutes for both of these men. Barry Jones, how have you got it going into round 9?
Yeah, I just got Kelly up 5 rounds to 3 here. I thought that round, I just gave Kelly that last round, which was a very close round. And if that went the other way, then it's an even fight. But for me, he just got him up by a couple of rounds.
It's always that question, how have you got it? How could you have it? Kelly's corner told him they needed to win the last 2 rounds, but they're always going to say that. They want the intensity from their man. Could easily be 4 all going into the final 2.
Good shot there from Warburton.
Right hand there from Warburton, but again on both of those occasions he took plenty back having landed.
Yeah, he just moved around the target if he let his hands go. It's a good shot.
Work again, yeah, from Warburton, and given that he was the fighter moving up in level here, he's acquitted himself really well against Kelly.
And again, tucking it tight here, Warburton, and they're in close as well.
Super uppercut from both men. Kelly responded so well.
Again, just that pace in the work there of Kelly, just whipping the uppercut through the middle.
Then Warburton responds. Right hook there from Kelly. Warburton swings a right hook of his own. Great action up close here in round number 9. Kelly with a left hook that might just have stunned Warburton there. Now Warburton charges forward. What a round this is. Still Warburton comes forward, still Kelly lands to the body.
It's a lovely body shot there. Walking onto it. You wouldn't know it there was, and a good response there from Warburton.
Warburton is made of stern stuff, but it's been a good round for Kelly. Left and right hooks there from Kelly as Warburton tries to get up close and bully him. Still Kelly's speed, winning in these rounds, maybe winning in the fight. 1 round to go, still up for grabs.
Really good contest, really hard, gritty contest as well. These last few rounds, both having to dig deep, and neither of them wanted to give any edge. Once lands, the other one fires back with a nice little sharp counter or combination. You tend to think in fights like this, it might just be the better structure to the work in Kelly, the bit more acceleration and pace. Might be giving the nod in some of these tight rounds. Might
Get
be.
team step out and go again.
Leave everything in there.
Come down to the left side. Fuck off. Who wants it more? You want that title? Go and fucking grab it. Come on, pick yourself up. Let's get this title.
10 seconds, corners. Seconds out for the 10th and final round.
Final round of a terrific scrap here. We don't know how they're scoring it. We know how we've got it.
Do you see Warburton run out from the corner there, right to the centre of the ring? You've got to love that.
Well, they said if you want the title, go and grab it. Go and take the chance. It might be your biggest chance. Great left hand there from Warburton. Warburton's made the better start to the final round. Another left hand.
Good shot there from Warburton. A bit snappy with the left hand, with the right jab was a good shot.
Making Kelly miss, making him look a little bit ragged so far in the opening minute of round number 10.
Good left hand again there from Warburton. Kelly pays him back with the left hook.
This fight might come down to those opening 4 rounds. You scored them all for Kelly. Maybe the judges saw it differently because Warburton is having the better of this final round at the moment. They've both put everything into this. They both know how much it means. Those words of Wesley Jones and Terry Nolan still ringing around Warburton's ears. Go out there and grab it if you want it.
He's done that, hasn't he? Good shot off the break there from Kelly. And a left hand there from Warburton. This is great stuff.
Warburton misses with the left and Kelly caught him a glancing blow with the right hand. Final minute, the crowd need to get to their feet for these two. Both looking for a grandstand finish. Uppercut from Kelly, then right hook. Just staggered Warburton briefly. Another left hook there from Kelly. Has he saved his best to the last 40 seconds here?
It's the first time that any of those shots have had any sort of effect there on Warburton. Here comes Warburton again, fighting on, pushing forward.
They're both desperately tired, but Kelly has left something in the tank. Another huge uppercut from Kelly. And then a left hook from Kelly. Is he stealing this final round? And how important might that be? Final moments of a terrific fight, and they get to their feet here in Bolton for 2 warriors. Magnificent fight that goes to the scorecards. You watch it again, however they've scored it. But who has done enough here? For now, though, we just sit back and admire. Ryan Kelly and Jerome Warburton. Barry, that was something else.
You can't ask for more than that. The effort that he both fishing those last 2 rounds, and that last round for Warburton as well, where he ran off from the corner right to the centre of the ring there, knowing he had to make an impression on that last round. He might have just done that, but I'm not sure if it'll be enough for him to get over the line here. But either way, a great contest. It looked like Kelly was going to maybe walk away with it first of all, but look at this at the end of this last round there. The whipping uppercuts through the middle there from Warburton. A real strong start there to the final round. And then some of the need to work there from Kelly there. Just see those chopping right hands, that whipping left hook, and those uppercuts. Making that round a real tight one to score again. There's so many of those rounds were in the last half of the fight. But what a great fight, a really good, enjoyable contest.
Have you got it in the end?
Yeah, I just got Kelly there, just nicking it, 6-4.
We'll see. Wouldn't be stunned if Paul Booth announced a split decision here. Barry has it 6-4 to Kelly. You'll have your own ideas at home. Some of those rounds were really close. And it will come down to how they scored those. Neither camp looks hugely confident here. And it's taking a while to tot up the scores, which is always a sign.
Yeah, but there's a lot of close rounds there, wasn't it? So the second half of the fight was really tight to score. So, you know, you can't think of the early rounds, again, those first 4 rounds. If you gave one of those to Warburton, you might have very much have the winner here. But I think it's, I mean, Kelly maybe just done enough and they need to work, but either way, it was a really good fight to watch, a really good fight you'd like to see again, by the way. And the winner moves on, but the loser doesn't lose any respect here, and I think they get more opportunities.
Yeah, you summed it up perfectly, Barry, as you always do. Still we wait, and still we wait for Paul Booth to make his way back into the ring here. He's coming now. Of course, he always wants to make sure, but the longer it takes, the closer it is. Often comes to pass, often.
And these are the worst times, when it drags like this, you're so worried. You just want to get over, you want to know, you want to win, you want to know what's happening.
Let's get to Paul then.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We go to the judges at ringside. Phil Edwards has the contest scored at 96-94 in favour of Warburton. Steve Gray has the contest 97-95 in favour of Kelly. Judge Darren Sargentson is unable to separate the two boxers and scores it 95-95. The official decision is a draw.
So a draw. One of the judges had it by 2 for Kelly, the other 2 for Warburton. Darren Sargentson scoring it a draw. And quite simply and briefly, Barry, let's do it again.
It's horrible to say. I'm half glad that we will definitely get to see it again now because of that, and hopefully then we get a conclusion and a rightful winner.
Let's hope so. Terrific fight. Both men disappointed in their own way, but let's get it on again before the end of the year. Let's let them take a rest. But hats off to Kelly and Warburton. Fantastic scrap match.
Boxing fans involved, so ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for 2 great professional boxers showing fabulous boxing respect in the ring right now. Jerome Warburton and Ryan Kelly. Boxing fans ringside. Time now for a scheduled 10 rounds of boxing. This bout for the vacant WBO Intercontinental Super Middleweight title. Firstly, to make his way to the red corner, from Birmingham, Steed Woodall. Ladies and gentlemen, Nissa Sauerland for Wasserman Boxing now bring you a scheduled 10-round contest. This bout for the vacant WBO Intercontinental Super Middleweight title. The bout sanctioned and officials appointed by the WBO and the British Boxing Board of Control. Supervisor for the WBO is Biente Poeske. The area representative for the British Boxing Board of Control is Ian Metcalf. 3 judges score the bout. They are Phil Edwards of England, Peter Milord of Germany, and Valerio Mosca of Italy. Timekeeper on the bell is Amjad Ditter. Upon the sound of the bell, our referee in charge is a star referee, one of the world's finest, Steve Gray of England. Boxing out of the red corner. He's wearing the white trim with gold this evening. Scaling officially at 167.8 pounds. A former national amateur champion as a professional. He has 18 victories with 11 big wins going inside the scheduled distance. He boxes out of Birmingham, England. Introducing Steed the Stallion Woodall. And across the ring, boxing out of the blue corner, wearing black and yellow this evening. On the scales officially at 167.6 pounds. His perfect fight record is 18 victories, including 4 going inside the scheduled distance. Standing proudly as a former British, Commonwealth, WBO International and EBU European Super Middleweight Champion and former IBO Super Middleweight Champion of the world. Boxing at a new mold and introducing the undefeated Lerone Sniper the Boss Richard. Referee Steve Gray with his final instructions.
Okay, boys, if a call break, stop punching, take a step back. Don't deliberately throw punches out the back of the head. Protect yourselves at all times. Touch them up, lads. Good luck.
Seconds out, round 1.
This was set for April the 12th at the York Hall. Steve Woodall got a back injury. He's described it himself as the biggest fight of his career. He's gone back to his roots. Paul Coonahan, John Pegg. Coonahan guided him as an amateur. And then he went and had a career in America. Now he knows that a win against Lerone Richards, this curious enigma of a fighter, Lerone Richards, could catapult him somewhere very, very special. The Woodall team, Barry says, the only route to victory is to jump on Richards and try and get to him, because Richards, frustrating though he can be, is an exceptional talent.
Yeah, he's a real, he really knows and understands his distance, so you're always at the end of that jab, that southpaw jab all the time. Very difficult to close that gap and be effective, but you have to try that, and the problem with that is knowing what you have to do plays into the hands of Lerone Richards. So you have to get close, you have to force the pace, you have to make him work hard, but you're also going to walk on the punches, potentially trying to do that.
Woodall says he could be 1 punch away from the world rankings. He's got 7 wins inside 2 rounds. They know, to use their words, that they have to bring it here against Richards.
For Lerone Richards, you have to play to your strengths. You know, your patience, your understanding your distance, and your boxing ability is going to get you through. But there are times that he could be more effective. There's opportunity for him to pull the trigger at times, and you know, to get to that next level, you just have to know when is the right time to take that educated risk.
I think Richards moved impeccably, didn't he? Commonwealth title against Tommy Langford, British super middle title against Lennox Clark, then beat Giovanni Di Carolis for the European title, and then won that IBO super middle title in Manchester against Carlos Gongora, the feared puncher. Terrific win that. Then he's just stalled a little. It's hard to match. Going to be very hard to guide to a world title shot. Hard to find opponents for. It's so awkward.
And yeah, and he's one of those guys who just has to beat everyone above him to get his opportunity. That's just the way it is. Unless you start knocking people out left, right and centre. That's just the... And I know that, because I have the curse of not being a big puncher, so you have to earn your way to a shot. Which he was on his way to doing, but again, as you said, his career stalled a little bit. Lerone Richards, so he just needs to be active. And for Steve Wood, obviously, you know, it's a no-lose situation there. If he puts up a good display, win or lose, he comes out with credit.
No great surprise that it was a cagey opening round.
Do you understand? Understand? Yeah? Breathe for me. Breathe for me. Oi, good round. Oi. Don't squeeze the whole time. Just keep squeezing. When you squeeze them back, don't do much. Hear me? Hear me? Yeah, keep squeezing. Up and down body frames with the jab. Okay? Keep squeezing. A lot of hip movement. Okay? So you can't work your way. Okay? You can't look that way. Okay? You've never done it before. Understand? Understand? Oi, keep squeezing. Keep squeezing.
He was sure. See how he's coming. He's dropping over you every time, so it's taking round. He's doing that.
10 seconds, brothers.
Hit the gap, no power. Beautiful. Keep that jab going.
Seconds out. Round 2.
Grant Smith in the Lerone Richards corner, Paul Coonahan and Steve Woodall. Lerone Richards has got an unbelievable poker face. Just stands still, gazing at his opponent. You'd always feel that he's reading you, and quite often he is.
Yeah, of course he is, yeah, but what he has as well is the wingspan's fantastic. He's such a long reach. Look, he's tall, but he's not massively tall for the weight, but his reach is huge. And if he can just get a little bit more turn in the shots from the hips and the shoulders, when he throws that softball left hand, that becomes a potent weapon.
Almost feels like he's waiting for the perfect moment to throw it, though.
And it looks, no, and the thing with him, it looks like he's setting you up to make a mistake, which he obviously is. And that's why sometimes, like Woodall here won't commit, because he knows Lerone's just waiting for him to force the pace, to come over that front foot, so he can land with that uppercut or that right hook over the top. So Woodall's got to keep, I think they're saying in the corner, he's got to keep changing his height, change his levels, just to make it harder for Lerone to read what he's trying to do, and then when he commits, go with it.
There was that left hand from Richards.
Again, though, just needs a bit more turn on the shot, doesn't he, from the hips and the shoulders. Just to make it a little bit more, turn the hand over a little bit more, punch those front two knuckles, make it more dynamic, that left hand.
That win against Gongora should have been the start of something really special for him. And he's boxed twice since December 2021. Lerone Richards. He's already fulfilled a large part of his talent, but you just feel there could still be so much more. Woodall trying to close the gap.
Just not going to get it close enough, is he? I think Woodall's feet are a little bit too wide. He's getting a little bit closer to quicken him up.
Suffered only the second defeat of his career, lost to Padraig McCrory in Belfast. Woodall in August of last year, previously lost to Steve Rolls, Gennady Golovkin opponent subsequently in 2015. Dropped Rolls and then was stopped himself.
Good company.
Yeah,
walking, watcher to walk and slow down. That's when he's going to burst.
So far, just a really good, typical performance here from Richards, just forcing you to make a mistake, and then when there are gaps there, then he'll commit with that left hand, as we've seen there. Nice clean shot there.
What's he doing every time? So when he does come in,
let's keep it up, let's try to do a little bit more. Set up that right hand a little bit more as well. Okay, a little bit more. We're a little more.
10 seconds, corners.
Jamie. Let's go, Steve, let's go.
Seconds out. Round 3.
I know you can run the risk of oversimplifying sports sometimes, but Barry summed up the conundrum facing Steve Woodall here perfectly in the first round. Box Richards fight and he loses, but try and apply some pressure, try and take it to him, and he runs the risk of losing in a different way. But that's the risk he's got to take, but it has to be intelligent, doesn't it?
Yeah, he has to commit to his tactic if he wants to win the fight, but it's easy to say, hard to do when you're walking out the shots. And even though Richards is not a known puncher, he's still a big man, and if you walk onto a shot, you're going to feel it. Lovely jab there from Richards.
It's no surprise, is it, when you ask Richards about his idols and tell Muhammad Ali with the B on the shorts and the B that he walks into the ring with. But then he cites Terence Crawford, but I think most significantly Pernell Whitaker. Different ways of going about this sport, and you can absolutely clearly see the way that he's chosen from who his heroes are.
You've got to box your strengths, but you also have to bear in mind that when you're moving through the levels, that it's an entertainment sport as well, so you have to try and do something a little bit more at times. But my trainer used to say to me, better to win ugly than to lose pretty. Winning is everything in sport. That's what Steve Woodall will be thinking about now. This is my big opportunity to crash the world levels, the world leagues, by getting a big win.
That spearing jab again that just stopped Woodall in his tracks.
See, because he doesn't commit to that left hand from the southpaw stance, Richards, it makes it hard to counter off because he's already pulling back before the shots landed almost. So it makes it harder for you to wait and sort of block and counter with the shot.
Let it go that time, but missed.
The weapon of choice in that southpaw jab there from Richard. Every time anyone gets anywhere near close to him, he just pops it out. And with having that wingspan as well allows him not to commit to the shot.
Hey, listen. Listen. Inside. Be a bit vicious inside. Do you understand? Do you understand?
Steve, this is here to you, boy.
Okay.
Go ahead,
don't walk up to the shot. Keep touching his lead hand. Jab, lead hand, jab, back up. Boom. Okay? Yeah. Don't hold.
10 seconds, corners. Seconds out. Round 4.
You can see Paul Coonahan there, slapping Steve Woodall, trying to get his attention, telling him to wake up, and John Pegg leading him through the ropes and telling him it's there to be won. Turned pro as a 19-year-old in Miami. Steve Woodall made his pro debut in Kissimmee in Florida against a Puerto Rican in front of a very hostile crowd. He's always had it the hard way. Tells a story of how he ended up asking Lou DiBella in New York once to announce him as coming from Miami and not Birmingham to try and get people on his side.
He got to double up with each hand here, Woodall, so we got to double up the jab trying to get close, whether it lands or not, like he did there. But then with the right hand, throw that twice as well, like he did there also actually, but do it in succession. Double jab your way in, double right hand. See, that gets you close, then double right hand, then hit the chest, don't aim for the chin.
A solid left hand though from Richards. Always that accusation thrown at Richards that he's not working hard enough. Previously with Alan Smith, who used to shout change gears at him throughout fights. Don't just go through the motions, get the work done. That's what Woodall's trying to do here. Bit more success here for Steve Woodall.
Yeah, Richards is what he is. He's very, very difficult to beat. He's very good at what he does. He's not going to change that. Someone's going to have to force him to do that in the fight. And why would he want to change? If it would be more exciting and obviously potentially more money, all that plays a factor. But the fact that he very rarely gets caught with any shots, why would he want to change that? So you've got to force him into a fight, and then we'll see if he can change the gears. Good shot.
Then tried to land that left hand, just flicked out the jab that time, Richards.
Woodall did the right thing there, he stayed nice and low, tried to roll underneath it.
Woodall is now trying to close the gap and try to get to Richards if he can.
Caught Richards with a glancing right hand there, Woodall.
Richards seemed unperturbed by it, but it's certainly a better round here from Woodall.
That's probably the best round. You're boxing very, very well, Steve. Now listen to me, just keep doing what you're doing, Steve. Okay. You step back, yeah, so it's not. Breathe up, hold your breath. Breathe up, hold it in. You're not tall, Steve. Come on, Steve. Breathe. Come into halfway, Steve. You've got to be confident, mate. You've done the job. Coming back. When you're snapping that jab, it's spread.
Yes. Someone's ears or Steve, put him out back foot. What's he doing?
10 seconds, callers.
Small pressure. Lead hands.
Second out. Round 5.
When you ask Lerone Richards what he would have been if he hadn't been a boxer, he gives you the answer he would have been a sports psychologist, and somehow that's not surprising.
I think we were going to say a beekeeper.
Woodall again trying to close the gap, trying to build on some little pockets of success here.
He didn't land with the shot, but he got close, didn't he? And he committed to it. That's not a bad thing. Actually, Richards, rather than take that big step back, leave the front foot there, step back with the back foot, and then whip that uppercut through the middle. As long as you turn from the hips when you throw it, it's going to land as Woodall's coming forward.
Woodall jabbing to the body there. It's a good idea. Still got plenty of time here. Has to try and take Richards out of his obvious rhythm.
two phases with Richards, because you attacked and he moved back. So you got to have a second phase with your feet, more than your hands, with your feet. And then go again. Then when he steps back, you go straight away. You don't give him an opportunity.
Anything clean, Woodall. Not at the moment anyway, and he's always got that jab to contend with.
There's a little jab there, one nice and long over the low left hand there of Woodall.
Try again to double jab his way in.
Look at that, with the wrong Richards. Literally, as soon as you barely move, he's on his toes, he's gone straight away. His reactions are really, really quick.
There's another left hand from Richards, snapping back the head of Woodall.
And it's a good shot. If he just holds his feet for like a half a second longer, his perches on that punch, then he moves.
In fairly blunt terms, putting the message across to Steve Woodall that Barry has been urging him to do. Go and go again. It's the only way. Let's see if Woodall can negotiate that jab, can go and then go again. He tries to this time.
Good right hand there from Woodall.
That's better.
But also, two things, when you miss, you know you're exposed, you're vulnerable, so that makes you fear that. And also, walking on the punches, it's easy to say it, it's harder to do it, but the corner right, at some point, that's what you're in here for, you've got to commit to it.
Better again from Woodall. Not really putting a dent in Richards, who again settles behind that southpaw jab. He is such a difficult puzzle to solve.
Yeah, that was better for Richards then. He didn't dance up then. When Woodall threw a shot, he didn't dance a move. He just jabbed, slipped and jabbed again.
See, Woodall landed a right hand there. Richards responded. Certainly a better round for Steve Woodall. Big right hand from Woodall. Rocks Richards. Oh, and he's down! And he's down! And Steve Woodall, who said he could be one punch away from the world rankings, may just be right on the brink. Richards is shaky, and it's over. And Woodall turns his life around with one massive punch. And right there, you have the essence of the wonder of this sport. What a moment for Steve Woodall.
And that is the beauty and the cruelty of boxing. Just one punch, you don't have one bit of success the whole fight. You start landing with a few right hands, but nothing's had an effect. All of a sudden, you land with a lovely shot. It connects fully, and the fight unravels in front of your eyes. Unbelievable stuff. And for Richards, the cruelty of a guy who's coasting a fight, but also the danger of coasting a fight sometimes. Too comfortable, switching off, and getting caught. We'll see it here now. Look at that, she's a really lovely short right hand there as Richards was coming forward. And then just to make sure, then he made sure he got him on the way down as well. Look, he goes to throw right hand to the body, just a little left hand to the body, half a mistake, and Woodall just commits. It swings right into that shot, swings right across the body, perfectly timed right hand, and he's just possibly changed his life.
He went, and then he went again. And Woodall, from nowhere, really produced. Any problem at all with the stoppage?
No, not at all, because the referee asked him to come forward. He came forward on unsteady legs, and you could let him continue, but it's only one thing's going to happen there, isn't it? He's not steady on his legs, he's going to get caught. And I just think, this sport is just the most unpredictable, craziest sport. Look at that. Steve Woodall now has opportunities. His whole world's opened up now. There's an opportunity of wonders, fights he can have, opponents he can face, and bills and platforms he can be on.
He's spoken in recent weeks of having a more settled life, of setting up a flooring company to pay the bills. He's just put Richards on the floor to play plenty there. What a moment that was for Steve Woodall.
It doesn't. But the thing with boxing, you can be 9.5 rounds up. None of it matters. If you get caught in a shot like that, you're done.
Let's make it official now with Paul.
Timekeeper ringside, Amjad Ditta records 1 minute, 39 seconds of round number 6, the official end of this contest. Referee Steve Gray stops the bout. In his professional opinion, Lerone Richards is in no position to continue. Therefore, your winner, leaving the ring this evening, crowned as the new WBO Intercontinental Super Middleweight Champion from Birmingham, Steve the Stallion Woodall.
All the hard work, all the agony, all the pain was worth it for a night like this. Who knows now what the future holds for Steve Woodall. Well, Steed, one punch can turn your life around, and that's what just happened. Has it sunk in yet?
I mean, it's been a long time coming for me. You know, I could have done this years ago, I promise you. And to a lot of the other guys as well. I owe so much to my trainer here, Paul Coonahan, my manager, John Pegg, Louis Coonahan. Because there have been so many ups and downs, especially this past 12 months. I don't know how I've been in the gym, but listen, I've made it work. I've worked full-time all the way up till this week. And, you know, it's not a world title, but to me, that was a world title. That was the second best moment of my life. The first was the birth of my daughter. And there we go. Champion in the making. Let's go. I want everyone now. I want everyone. I'm the man with the title now. No one can say no now. Because everyone said no to me the past few years. I've accepted fights. This was 3 weeks' notice. Listen, let's go. Top 10.
And did you always believe that you could do it tonight? You were getting more right hands from Paul than you were from Lerone Richards at times, but it worked. Go and go again, and you did it.
Listen, he knows exactly what I can do. Been doing it for years. Been sparring world champions for years, and I've been hurting all of them. I promise you. This is no fluke tonight. Listen, I was crying because of what I've been through. I'm not crying because of the victory. No disrespect to Lerone, because what an absolute champion. Won every bout there is. He didn't have to fight me tonight. You know, I'm 100 or so below him in the rankings, the world rankings. You know, that's put me in the top 15 in the world now. And listen, I knew I could beat him. You know, I could have beat that caliber of fighter from years ago. I promise you. I'm not just saying that because I've done it now. But listen, I hope I get an opportunity. I hope I get the backing of somebody now. You know, I'm still working full time. Thank you to my uncle Juan, Gliding Slide Wardrobes, and oh my God, I forgot. Colt Materials, how could I forget? He's here tonight. Legend, thank you.
Thanks, Steve. Great stuff, great emotion, brilliant stuff. Well done, enjoy it.
Thank you. Sorry for going on for so long, but I really appreciate it. Estelle and Roz, thank you. Love yous.